All right, man, we are just 39 days away until the opening day for the 2023 NFL season. New acquisitions and new rookies coming aboard, man. This should be one heck, notice I say heck, of a season, man. And we cannot wait for the season to start, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live and coming to you from the mean streets of the YouTube sports community, man. We are the Real to Sports podcast, and welcome to another episode of the Real to Sports Talk Show. We got some NBA and NFL news for you, and the podcast panel will break down and talk about all of it. And at the end of the show, we have an NFL trivia showdown as the new Real to Sports NFL trivia champion, Deuce. He is putting this championship on the line against Drew to the game in an AFC North Division rivalry showdown. Now the question is, can Drew to the game go in the upper echelons and become a three-time NFL trivia champion? Or can Deuce start his quest on becoming the longest reigning NFL trivia champion, trying to catch young Mark and his 8-week record? 8-week record, man. Who will walk away with the NFL trivia title? Find out, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Real the Sports Talk Show. Man, thank you guys so very much for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon, wherever in the world you are right now, man. Go ahead. Let me do my usual, man. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up for us, man. You first timers is watching the show for the first time, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell for all notifications, man. All notifications. Again, man, thank you for watching us, man. And follow us on, now it's called X now. I guess there's no more Twitter. Follow us on X, which is a weird name for social media, but follow us on X now at Real to Sports, man. And come join our sports group on Facebook, man, the Real the Sports group. And again, man, you guys might want to sign up, man, because very, very soon, the Real to Sports Fantasy Football League will start. And speaking of that, we got the champ down there, GC. He is the defending Real to Sports Fantasy Football champion.
Come on, man.
I'm coming at them this year again. I got to get that title, but
That's all I can say.
And now, without further ado, I have assembled. I have assembled some of the best when it comes down to talking sports, man. Some of the best sitting right here in front of me. They are the very talented Real to Sports podcast panel. And we have a special guest today, ladies and gentlemen. Special guest today. Yes, sir. He is the son. Little positivity. He is the son of Due to the Game, man. Ladies and gentlemen, our special guest today. Yes, he is, man. D Flock, representing the Baltimore Ravens. What's up, buddy? What's up, man? Hey, and you got the power of positivity right next to you. Also representing the two-time Super Bowl champion, the Baltimore Ravens, led by head coach John Harbaugh. Ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore Ravens is Drew to the game. Drew to the game. My man. Who that is in the building down in the 504? Who that? Representing the gold and black. 504.
I'll do it again. I'll do it 2 times.
Let's go, baby. They are the undefeated in the Super Bowl, one time Super Bowl champion. They are the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints, ladies and gentlemen. He is the flyest man in the land.
Hey, you getting me a little excited. My poster done fell down. You know what I'm saying? Taking the room back here, ho.
It's all good, baby. It's all good. It's all good. GC is in the building.
One time. You know, that's just the excitement, you know, in the house right now.
That boy crazy. That boy crazy, man. Where you at? Fly Eagles Fly.
Yes,
Fly
sir.
Eagles Fly, the Bird Gang. And they are the defending NFC champions. They are the one-time Super Bowl champions. The Philadelphia Eagles, led by quarterback Jalen Hurts. Ladies and
Say
gentlemen.
it again, host. Roll Tide, baby.
Jalen
Fly
Hurts.
Eagles fly. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Philadelphia's favorite, son. It is a
Yes,
Philly
sir.
G.
We here now. Here now.
Philly
Number
G.
one. Number one in the NFC.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. The OG has made his return. The OG, man, he has made his return. And he represents the NFC North division champion. They are the mighty Minnesota Vikings, led by head coach Kevin O'Connell. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the legend. He is the legend, the Hall of Famer, the Diggity Dog, Q Diggity.
What's up, peoples? What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you back, bro.
Yeah, good to be back, bro.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. President. He's the president of the Ritter Sports Group. Man, he is part of the Raider Nation, the 3-time Super Bowl champion, the Las Vegas Raiders, led by head coach Josh McDaniels.
My head coach.
My coach. He's Oklahoma State's alumni, and he's also the Lou Gehrig and Cal Ripken of the Ritter Sports Podcast. It's the president, Young Mark.
What's going on, y'all? Hey, normally I come on here, I have a little joke and a shot for Deuce and them Steelers. But I'm gonna be real with you, I ain't got none today, man. I don't know if I'm suffering from the same ailments that plagued Ben Roethlisberger when he came to Oakland, or if I'm turning into legendary Florida Gator Emmitt Smith when he went to Arizona. I ain't got nothing for you today, host.
Shots already. Low-key shots.
Deuce?
Low-key shot. We're going to get to the deuce. We're going to get to the deuce on that one. Represent Duval, down in Duval. They are the AFC South Division champions. And if you don't like it, just teal with it. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the new Real to Sports NBA trivia champion. It's Rockstar Rock. Rock on with your bad self. Rockstar Rock in the building. All right, man. Last but not least.
Everybody out there doing. Today I'm rocking.
Oh, yeah, you got the C. I see it. Got them C's on. I see you, baby. I see you. Last but not least, the man with all the rings. All the rings, man. Waving the terrible towel, representing the Steel City. And they are the 6-time Super Bowl champion, the Pittsburgh Steelers, led by head coach Mike Tomlin. And he is the new Real to Sports NFL trivia champion. It is a great day to be the Deuce.
Always, host. Yeah, Mark, you know, you're right. Ben didn't win in Vegas, Oakland, or whatever. But I have something that belongs to, well, it used to belong to you. They got your championship. You don't have a running back, and you don't like your head coach. So it's still a good day to be Deuce, Mark, because I have all three of those things.
Ouch. That hurt me too, bro.
It ain't no thing, man.
Mark, leave that man alone.
It's not the Real to Sports podcast, and me and Deuce don't.
Oh, man. I'll tell you. Leave that man alone. It affects me. Leave it alone, man. All right, man. We got the gang on here, man. Before I get started, though, we want to give a shout out to Wall Street. Wall Street would not be here today, man. He's attending a funeral, man. His brother-in-law, his brother passed, so he's at a funeral. But we want to send out shout outs to Wall Street in his absence today. He will be right here with us on the show. Shout out to your street. We'll see you tonight, bro. All right, man. We got college stuff to talk about here, man. We got college stuff to talk about. Mark, are you ready, sir?
Always.
Let's go, baby.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of On the Mark. You know, college football season is right around the corner. There's a lot going on, a lot of big news, and we couldn't just let it sit by the wayside, so we're going to have to bring it to you today. Anybody that's ever played football before at any level, you know, like it's a little bit of hazing, a little bit of an initiation for you to earn your spot on the team, but my oh my, have times changed. Up in the Big Ten Conference, got some major allegations and scandals going on between two prominent Big Ten schools. We're going to start off with the lighter, the two at the University of Minnesota. PJ Fleck, the head coach there, has come under scrutiny with some former players anonymously reporting to Front Office Sports a bit of a hazing incident going on in Minnesota. They said that PJ Fleck was rushing players back from injury before they were ready. He had something called PJ coins, where if you warranted enough, good merit and were doing enough good things on the team, and you basically had enough coins to the bank, he would not punish you from failing a drug test or getting in trouble, being late for class and things like that. And a lot of reports of a lot of physical hazing going on there as well, involving former players and head and assistant coaches. So we're going to see how it plays out. PJ Fleck has adamantly denied it. And as of right now, we're going to let the chips fall, because I don't want to come to his defense, because I did that with the head coach of Northwestern, and that backfired. Pat Fitzgerald is no longer the head football coach, Big Ten school at Northwestern. I ain't going to get into the details we saw on the show, but viewer discretion is advised. If you do look into those allegations at Northwestern, it's a certain point where it goes from like football to hazing to crossing into another level of the legal stratosphere, and they jump way past that line. So if you look into it, do be warning, the allegations are incredibly disturbing. At first, when the story came out, I was like, it's football, it's a little bit of hazing. Rookies got to run extra gases after practice, got to carry the shoulder pads, all that kind of stuff. But some of the allegations that are going on, being alleged by some of the former players, including one of their former quarterbacks, is definitely out there. And like I said, viewer discretion advised, we look into that. But Northwestern is currently looking for a new head football coach, less than a month away from the start of the 2023 college football season. So we're going to see how that goes for them. Speaking of the Big Ten, they made a very big splash in the college football world a couple of months ago when they announced that USC and UCLA were leaving the Pac-12 to go join the Big Ten. Well, that has left an incredibly huge hole in the Pac-12, and now we're starting to see some teams jump ship. The University of Colorado formally announced Thursday that they are leaving the Pac-12 conference and rejoining the Big 12 conference, so they were a member up until 2012. Coach Prime gets to bring his swag and his enthusiasm for football to the Big 12 conference, where he will certainly use his name and everything to kind of recruit and rebuild Colorado back up to their former glory. Now he'll be able to recruit in places like Texas and Oklahoma, where a lot of high-quality football talent resides. So I turn to my HBCU expert Deuce. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is Coach Prime the very first ever HBCU, former HBCU head coach to get a head coaching job in the Big 12?
If I'm not mistaken, I think he is, Mark. Yes.
Yeah, so this is really cool. He's only the second black head coach I've personally ever seen in the Big 12 after Charlie Strong's disastrous run in Texas. So unlike Coach Strong, Coach Prime has the full support of his university and alumni, and they're ready to go and give him whatever tools he needs to make Colorado successful. So I'm happy for him. But the reason why Colorado left is because since July of last year, the Pac-12 has been unable to get a new TV deal. As you know, if you follow sports, TV deals is how these leagues make their money. The Pac-12 losing their two biggest schools in USC and UCLA, it's making it hard for them to get a new TV deal. So to wrap things up here with you guys, I got a question for my college football fans, yo. Would you have rather been the big fish in the small pond and stayed in the Pac-12? Would you rather and make more money, or would you rather go be the small fish in the big pond in the Big 12? How do you guys feel about that?
I'd rather go somewhere where it's going to be competitive. Not saying that Pac-12 isn't competitive, but it seems like it's the same teams that come out on top, like top 4 teams that come out every single year. So I'd rather be a small fish in a big pond, going somewhere where I know that I'll have the competitiveness in my league.
It's an interesting dynamic, man, you know, because you can win your conference, and that's usually, if you win one of those Power 5 conferences, you usually get a berth into the college football playoff, you know, especially winning a conference like the Pac-12. But they also look in the strength of schedule, you know, and with you only playing, you know, maybe Oregon State, and Washington, who are probably going to be the top teams in that conference, I don't think that gets you in. So I think Coach Prime kind of knew that without USC playing them, who's been the big dog there for a little while, you know, I think he knows that if he goes over to the Big 12, he'll play a little better competition. But the two big dogs are leaving that conference too. So I think it's going to be interesting. But I think you got some work on your hands, Mark. I think you're going to have some trouble for years to come. I think it's going to hurt recruiting. I think it's going to be interesting.
Man, give me the bag. I'm taking the bag, bro. I got bills.
So you rather take the bigger money is in the big pond where you're not gonna be the top dog. So you cool with being a small fish for the big bag?
Bro, just give me the money. I'll work my way to the top. Just give me the money right now. I need money. Okay. I need money. I got to eat, son. I got to eat.
I have to disagree.
Mama need a house. Baby needs some shoes. I come on now. I work myself up to the top. I work hard. But give me the money now. Gotta go.
You got Power 5 schools. That's the big fish. I mean, look at Ohio State. They pay nobody and get all this praise. So,
Whoa!
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming from GC.
I work my way. Give me money.
Don't get
these false claims.
Michigan been good the past couple years.
I ain't talking about Michigan.
They play nobody, bro. And everybody think Ohio State just overly grail. Like, nah.
Michigan,
but I mean,
Penn State.
I could be a small fish because
big schools.
You know, you really want to, like, you don't want to get in playing nobody. Like, the children are the blind. You score 70 points a week. You know, there's no fun in that.
They're big. They're a big school, Philly G, but Penn State ain't scaring nobody.
No, they ain't.
Thank you.
Auburn goes up there and plays with Penn State.
Don't mention Auburn to me.
But I'm saying that's a good game, though. It's a good game.
It was a good game. Yes.
Garbage.
That's what I'm saying. But he brings up Penn State like they're
no
Penn State not all that, bro. Back in the day, they were.
Look, and I'm an Alabama fan saying that, but when it comes to the home state, Penn State will not be disrespected. The disrespect will not be tolerated, bro.
I ain't disrespecting. I'm telling you the truth.
Disrespect.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not good.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Not. Ohio State's overrated. That's crazy.
They're not overrated.
They're overrated.
At times.
They're overrated.
Years they are.
Very overrated.
But Urban Meyer had them right. Like they was pretty good. So
yeah, when it was Urban Meyer, I agree with that.
But they always get new recruits. They always get top recruits. They're a top team. They always get top recruits. Look what came out of there. Eddie George, Maurice Claret, like the list goes on and on.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah, at least it ain't goes on. They got their athletes coming out there. So.
The damn Sugar Bowl.
It's going to be interesting to see, how
bag,
Coach
bro.
Prime does in the Big 12. So I'm excited. Get to have little brother back at home in the Big 12. Oklahoma State used to beat up on them for years, so I look forward to more of the same with that.
I don't think that's
big brother that grew up, cuz that ain't the
Hey,
trust
bro.
me.
I don't know about that.
Hey, man, I got to talk my talk while I can. You feel me?
Knowing what Coach
Yeah, I know.
Prime came and did in the SWAC, bro, and taking Jackson from where a lot of people don't understand. Like there was a point where the biggest attraction in Jackson was the Sonic Boom of the South, which is their marching band. People weren't packing that stand for the football team.
What you talking about?
Like they came in, he came in and turned that program completely around. And just wait, big brother might not be. I mean, little brother might not be so little anymore.
The band, bro.
Little brother
I
grown up.
That's why everybody
I
like
do
Morris
take
Brown,
heed.
bro. Cause the band, bro. Oh, go ahead.
I take heed to what Deuce said, because Deuce is the reigning undisputed HBCU expert on the Real to Sports podcast. So if he coming at it from that perspective, I'll listen. That's the one time I shut up and listen to Deuce.
Deuce said it, that mean it is.
But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. TV deals are the name of the game. And next up on the TV renegotiation is the ACC. And there's been some talks that schools like Clemson and Florida State, Duke, and UNC might be looking to jump ship if they don't make some more money. So we're gonna see. Who knows, man? Maybe T-Rock will be facing Deuce in Philly G and GC every week in the SEC. So we'll see how that goes.
What, to get smacked?
You never know. Host, I feel you on getting that bag. Bag. But if you're a little fish in a big pond, you're gonna get that recognition.
Absolutely.
You're gonna get more exposure. And then that's
why I like Drew.
That's also gonna bring a bag. You know what I mean?
Right.
And recruits.
That's a good point, Drew, to the game, because but I'm speaking from a poor man's point of view. Hey, bro. Right here in Greensboro, North Carolina. But I'm just telling you, bro, like I'm poor. So I need, I need to dish this out, man. Hey, I'm on Medicaid, bro.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? I gotta take care of that, bro. And then I work hard. I get out there and I work hard and try to get my name known like that. I just go the back way, bro, because I'm poor.
Like we get what you're saying, host, but I'm just saying that's why I would go the other route. This small fish in a big pond. Because like Drew said, you get the recognition for being there.
What up, Freeman?
What up?
What up?
Big brother.
You get the recognition and everything, but it's like, for me, it's the competitiveness. I'd rather go to another conference and not have to be like behind somebody all the time. Getting money, yes, but no.
I feel it.
I'm trying to be over somewhere where my stuff is going to sell. They know what school we are or who we are as a school when it comes to football.
I think y'all leaving out a very big part of that. That's without Coach Prime. That we y'all forgetting Coach Prime gonna bring it wherever. Their sales are up 700% from last year. They've seen an 840% increase on licensed merchandise from that school. They sold out their first ever spring game. Those things have never happened, and they haven't played a game yet. You know what I'm saying?
So they ain't carry a lot of weight.
The bag is coming regardless.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, I'll say this to wrap it up. I agree with Deuce. Coach Prime is going to bring it, but we're going to see how much he's going to bring it, because week 1 this season, TCU in Colorado. So your future conference mate's going to get the first swing at you. So we're going to see how it goes. But, hey, college football season's around the corner. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, nothing get the squad fired up quite like some college football, man. It's a lot of passion in that sport. So I can't wait for it. I can't wait.
Tide, baby.
We're going to see who hosts that national championship trophy this year. And, hey, that's it for the college football news. Host, back to you.
Yes, sir.
On the Mark with Young Mark is brought to you by the Real to Sports podcast.
I had a special spot in Tuscaloosa for that trophy.
Yes. Already built it. It's
already ready.
They would have done with the score already.
Number 19 coming soon, baby.
40.
Again, man, Mr. President. Thank Mr. President, man, coming through, man, giving us some college football insight, man. All right, man, we're going to deuce things up. We got to deuce it up. We got to deuce it up with my main man, the Deuce. Let's go, Deuce.
Juicing it up with HBCU News, brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
Appreciate you, host. Yeah, man, guys, I don't have too much for you. We're coming out of SWAC Media Day. That was just this week. And, you know, we've been able to hear from some coaches and hear from some players and, you know, get their opinion on how they're coming out and going into the season. But I do want to talk about former Alabama State alumni, Mr. Titus Howard. He is a tackle for the Houston Texans. And my brother talking about a bag. All right. My boy just got paid 3 years, $56 million, man. 23rd overall pick. You know, he went in the first round, and my brother's only given up 4 sacks in his entire career, and that's why he's getting this check. He was a former walk-on at tight end. They moved him and converted him to offensive line. So, you know, we know the kid is athletic. He has good feet, and that's probably why he's not giving up too many sacks. And, you know, with them drafting C.J. Stroud, who better to pay than, you know, a big-time tackle, you know what I mean? And he was also voted the NFLPA's Black College Pro of the Year. So, you know, got to hear him talk about it, and he just talked about how, you know, happy and appreciative he was that Houston gave him a chance, you know, and that's all he wanted was a chance. And Houston did that. They took a chance on a kid from, you know, Alabama State, took him in the first round, and now it's paying big dividends for both him and the Texans. So my brother, Mr. Howard, hats off to you. Congratulations, and keep putting on for the SWAC and all of black college football. That's really all I got for y'all. Hey, no matter where you're at, if you can play, they come and find you. Appreciate you, host.
Don't get it twisted. He got that.
He got a duffel.
He got a duffel.
Alabama State.
Juicing it up with HBCU News, brought to you by the Real to Sports Podcast.
Duffel. It's going to be the new saying.
I wonder how many
about the copyright that. Duffel, baby. You got
duffel.
The duffel.
And I just want them to know the only football in Alabama ain't in Tuscaloosa, baby. You can go down to Montgomery and Birmingham, and there's some boys out there that give you run for your money. So
a lot of people don't look at UAB. Like I've always liked UAB, Alabama State, Alabama A&M.
Trash. UAB is trash, bro. The Blazers, they didn't start since I was a kid. The best team to come out of UAB was Roddy White.
But UAB is out there.
They're trash, bro.
And said it or not.
Trash.
Tried to give them recognition.
I know, man. You tried, bro, but you just can't, man. You can't put Febreze on garbage, bro. It ain't gonna work.
I mean, it worked out for the Dallas Renegades and Luis Perez, host.
Oh man, don't get started on that.
Luis Perez suck, bro. All right, let's go, man. NBA, let's go. And I'm gonna go to NBA, some NBA news, and one of the biggest things that's going on in NBA news and is buzzing like crazy, man, is Boston Celtics shooting guard Jaylen Brown agrees to super max extension with the Celtics. Celtics star Jaylen Brown is staying put in Boston for a while. Brown and the Celtics have reportedly agreed to a 5-year, $304 million super max extension, the richest contract in NBA history. He officially signed the contract on Wednesday. He said this, and I quote, "I appreciate the investment and commitment from the Celtics and the rest of the community." Brown said that investment will be felt in return from me here in Boston, on and off the floor, and all around the world. It keeps Brown with the team that drafted him 3rd overall in 2016 and watched him develop into a 2-time All-Star. He averaged career highs of 26.6 points, 6.9 rebounds, 3.5 assists last season. But those numbers went down in the playoffs when the Celtics lost to the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals in Game 7. In Game 7, Brown had 19 points, and he was 8 of 23 shooting, making just 1 of 9 3-point attempts. Still, the total of his time in Boston has made him a key piece of the franchise's current core that management wasn't willing to risk seeing depart when his current 4-year deal expired after the season. By virtue of making the NBA All-Second Team, Brown's first such honor in his career, he was eligible for the Supermax extension. And from the moment this past season ended, Celtics president of basketball operations, Brad Stevens, has been adamant that he wanted to see Brown sign a long-term deal. Let's start with our special guest, man, D-Flock. Little man, what you think about Jaylen Brown, man? He signed a lot of money, man.
Yeah, I think he's really good, and I think that he has the potential, and I think that since he's signed a deal for 5 years, I think that he's going to be doing a lot of good things with Jaylen Brown and the team and making some records and stuff and playing ball, doing good like how he always does.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you think he will be? You think he will be a good Robin to Jason Tatum?
Yeah, I think they could. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. I think they can both be like a good like duo and like bang off threes and stuff and layups and just do like a tag team thing and load the competition. But yeah, I think they.
Okay, and one last question for you. Now that Jaylen Brown has got a lot of money now, do you think now, even though they lost to the Miami Heat last season in the Eastern Conference Finals, so do you see them now maybe going to the NBA Finals again and maybe capturing an NBA championship?
Yeah, I can see them going to the NBA Finals and doing that. I could see them doing that and I could see him doing really good and like them going to like the finals, maybe winning it and stuff, make the bracket higher and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Drew to the game. Man, they unloaded. They gave Jaylen the whole state of Massachusetts, bro. Like, what you think about this, man?
I mean, look, when you got a key piece there, you got to keep them.
Got to.
You got to invest in your product. If you're gonna draft him in the top 3, then you need to pay him in the top 3, especially if he's consistent. You don't really take a whole lot of plays off. Everybody can have a bad shoot night. It happens to everybody, you know. But I think they are doing the right thing by their investment, and they're getting a good return out of it. I think it's gonna help, you know, down the road with consistency and possibly bringing in other players. You know, maybe they have to restructure down the road, but keeping that core together, you know, that hopefully they'll keep Tatum too. You know, I'm sure T-Rock would say if he'd agree. Yeah, I think they did right by him, and he's going to continue to do right. He hasn't shown me that he's like not a stand-up guy. He's not a good character. You know, overall, I think it was a good transaction on both sides. Fans stay happy. The players are happy, and the team's happy. So that's a win-win situation all the way around.
Yep.
Definitely with the fans stay happy. Jesus, because Boston them fans is no joke. They're no joke, man. GC, what you think about this, man?
I'm kind of torn, but I understand the money because of the whole TV deal going up. So everybody's going to be getting $300 million, $400 million.
True.
But once again, this is a player who struggled.
Yes.
With one left and turned the ball over at least 25 times. And don't forget, he's a second option. I mean, I understand trying to keep him and Tatum together, but once again, you can run into that luxury tax. And who's going to go there? I can't look at it like that because I said, Brooklyn situation, Phoenix situation, was like who's going to go, and they were trying to left and right, vet men's and stuff like that. So
I totally agree.
It's a complicated situation, but the state that they're in now, I I don't know. And if I'm Tatum, I don't know if I want to be there. Looking at the future, I don't know.
Right.
If I want to stay.
Man, you got some interesting there, GC, because I'll be thinking the same way.
It's a big question mark right now.
That's a good idea. Man, I ain't think about that. OG, what you think about Jaylen Brown, man? That's a lot of money. Man. What you think about that?
Well, I mean, I can understand, the type of player that he is, and he's one of the dominant players that's in the NBA. But I really look at, regular season. We know that Boston will, they will be dominant. They would do great things in regular season. But we're looking at the playoffs here. We're talking about getting to the NBA finals and everything. So when you get in the NBA playoffs, I'm a big stickler on NBA players where you have to have the Mamba mentality like Kobe Bryant. You have to you got to turn your game up to a level that like you basically Moses Malone taking people to the promised land and those players like that. You have to carry them. Yeah, no, they ain't that. Yeah, it's like they do good in the regular season, but when it comes to playoff thing and you got to smell that trophy, it's like they take a step, they back up. And that's not the time to back up. But I would want to see him flourish more in the playoffs. This no matter, I'm not letting y'all go down. You know what I'm saying? I'm shooting the lights. I'm doing everything I can do. To get us to where we need to be. I mean, if they're paying him like that, he needs to be that type of player in the playoffs.
Yes,
that's particular. Regular season, that's a given. I just give that up. That's a regular season. We know they will be in the playoffs. We know that. But when it comes to playoff time, I want him to have the Mamba mentality.
There you go.
I need him to have that.
There you go. You got the money, so now it's time to put it up. Rock said Jaylen Brown getting a super max. That means you got to stop turning the rock over. Just what GC said. Playoff games last
26 turnovers. And 23 assists.
That's crazy. And they gave him a lot of money. And just like what Q said, he got to be more of a dog. Due to the game, he said, "Young one got a future in this business."
That's a fact.
I want to get because he talked about giving back and creating Black Wall Street again, and I was like, when you think
I seen that,
I was like, I'm with it.
I'm gonna ask y'all that in a minute. That's a very important question. Philly G, what you thinking about Boston Celtics and dumping out the whole world for Jaylen? That's a lot of Brinks trucks, bro. That's a lot of Brinks trucks.
From a Sixers point of view, I hate it, but this is a non-biased opinion right now. I think, he's worth it, but like Q Dog was saying, and somewhat of what GC was saying, you can't be turning the ball over, and you got to become a dog in the playoffs, man. You can't play great like that in a regular season, and then just crap the bed in the playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the conference finals.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm talking from, being a fan of the team that they had to beat to get to that finals. But, if you're going off of the way that he played against Miami, he played sluggish, in my opinion. He should have played a lot better. Not a little, a lot better.
All right.
And can't be jacking up threes repeatedly and stuff like that. But as far as like the future of the contract, they should be good, but that has to change.
Yeah.
He can at least get a championship out of this host. If he becomes a dog in the playoffs, like he's been in the regular season, Boston will win another championship.
I can agree with that. I can agree with that. It need to be in a hurry. Well, it need to be in a hurry because holy hell, that's
a lot of money, man. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good, bro. Let's go to the deuce.
What you gonna pay Jason Tatum?
Good question. That was my next question.
Like I get it. Jaylen is absolutely worth a super max. He's that level player, but I don't know if I'm the Celtics if I do that. Like I'm doing whatever I can to keep him. And I just don't know if it's that because there's got to be someone else, right? We were looking at Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but they're going to need somebody else. They're going to need another piece
Yes,
going to help them.
Absolutely.
They got Porzingis and stuff like that, but you're going to need another guy that's going to help gel with them and make them a true, championship winning team. We keep calling them contenders year after year after year, and they get into certain situations and we see them wet the bed. This guy also hadn't scored 30 points since the first round. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a super max player, if you're a $304 million guy, I need 30 points more than just against the Hawks. You know what I'm saying? When Philly comes to town or when the Miami Heat come to town, I need you to be able to go out there and get 30. I also need you to be more efficient than 8 for 23 and 34%. Like I just don't. I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of the amount of money that he got. I'm not mad at that brother getting paid. Don't take it as me hating on him. Brother, go get your bag. If they're gonna give it to you, you go get it.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be expecting, more production out of you too. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Tatum's getting paid 5 years, 163 mil. You telling me this dude twice as good of a player as Jason Tatum?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just don't see that. You know what I'm saying? So if he getting that, whenever Tatum's contract come around, we might see a $500 million player off of the market value that they just gave Jaylen Brown. So I just think it's going to be interesting to see how I forgot the brother's name, Brad Stevens, how he's going to handle all of these different contracts and his player personnel. And honestly, after this year, if they don't go and, at least get to the finals again, something got to shake. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what it is, but you got to figure it out. You can't keep getting there and just wetting the bed every single time, Like GC said, 26 turnovers to 23 assists ain't cutting it. Shooting less than 40% ain't cutting it, and he did that 3 of the 7 games they played in the conference finals.
He had at least 4. I was looking at that.
That's unacceptable,
And how many of the shots were threes, Deuce?
He went 1 for 9 in the game 7, 0 for 4 the game before that, 3 for 5, 1 for 5, 0 for 7, 1 for 7, 1 for 6. That's as inefficient as it gets.
It's a bad night.
Let me tell you how I can predict that, because I was betting on him the entire time.
Same.
Like, bro, Jaylen Brown.
Absolutely, but like I said, I do like Jaylen. I like him as a person. He's a hell of a talent. I think he's, I'm sure knowing and seeing him, I'm sure he's in the gym as we speak, getting better. But we got to see it. It has to translate into winning, and it just hasn't as of right now. And I know, people say, well, he made it to the conference finals. That ain't good enough.
Ain't good enough.
And I'm Philly G. Please don't take this as a shot. I don't mean it in this way.
Say what you gotta say.
But when you can say, if you say you won the East, if that's your biggest, or like Philly G likes to say, they won the NFC, that means you lost when it mattered. When it came down to winning a championship, that means you did not get it done. I don't want to be the NFC champion. I don't want to be the Eastern Conference champion. I want to win the big one. I want to win when it matters.
Right. Look, I don't take that as a shot. This is being real.
And they haven't done that. They haven't done that. So,
and let's not forget the big fish. Giannis was hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I always think that made a difference.
Embiid got hurt. Embiid got hurt.
You faced the big dog. You faced like the third big dog they had, and you lost in 7.
Yeah.
And Tatum is looking at right now $310 million.
Easy.
For his contract.
Easy.
That's an insult, bro.
It is an insult because Jason Tatum. You look at Game 7 against us. Jason Tatum took over that game. Then you look at the Hawks series. Jason Tatum was carrying that team.
Oh, there's been times
really no help.
Carried the team numerous times. I'm not taking that away from you, but $304 million.
It's a lot of
money.
That's
disrespectful. That's a slap to the face.
That's lame, man. Oh, sorry, Mr. President. Better get in where you fit in, boy.
I'm just patiently waiting my turn. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta let the guys get their professional opinion out.
Yeah, the big dog.
You know how I feel, man. Let me preface my statement by saying I appreciate Jaylen Brown for what he does in our community off the court. A lot of his work goes like unrecognized and unspoken, but he really is out here putting in a lot of quality time, energy, and effort into building up our community. So I salute him for that. Like Clifton Powell and Black Lightning, just take the money. Don't ask where it came from. Just go ahead and take it.
Clifton Powell.
But now that I got that out of the way, I completely disagree with this in all fronts because I guess I'm kind of old school with it. If you the highest paid player on the team, and especially if you the highest paid player in the entire NBA, that means you the top dog. It ain't nobody, like, it's unquestioned. There's nobody on your team or in your league better than you. And Jaylen Brown wasn't even the third best player on his team last year. Yeah, he got the biggest bag out of all of them. They got rid of Marcus Smart to pay this man $300 million. And all my fellow podcast panelists just listed out all the stats that he had in the playoffs last year. That's not max contract material, if you ask me. In my humble opinion, Jaylen Brown is the equivalent of somebody like a Dak Prescott or Kirk Cousins in the NFL. Great team player, puts you in a lot of position to win. You know, he'll win you a lot of regular season games. He'll say all the good things in the media. But when it's crunch time, when you need him most, he ain't there for you. If you're going to be the highest paid player on the team, you got to be the alpha dog, the unquestionable dog on that team, to borrow a term from the host. Jaylen Brown ain't it.
No.
In my humble opinion, I would have tried to have traded. I would have split it up because it's obvious, like, you guys have hit a ceiling. You're not going to get any farther than where you have. I would have split it up. I would have given that max contract to Jason Tatum, sent Jaylen Brown off somewhere else to really spread his wings and prove that he's the guy, and gotten some draft picks or some player capital back to try to build a new team around Jason Tatum. But I would personally, I just wouldn't have given him that max money because it's sending the wrong message. He is not the alpha dog. He's not the best player on the team. He's definitely not the best player in the NBA. So I disagree with the move all the way around.
It's called being a front runner, Mark.
Big time. Big time.
I mean, but hey, like, I really like, and I have to give credit where credit is due. I 1000% agree with what Deuce said. I don't want to win the small championships or the participation trophies. I want the world championship.
I want y'all.
And if you can't win me the world championship after we giving you chance after chance after chance, not to mention you playing in a weak Eastern Conference and you still can't get over that hump, man. It's just time to blow it up and start fresh. Yeah. Like I said, I'll keep the better of the two players, just Tatum, and let Jaylen Brown hit the road, Jack.
Let me ask Little Man this. Hey, now check this out, D-Flop. Let me check this out. I want you to put your GM mind on, right?
All right.
If you got a player and you give him a whole suitcase full of money, and you tell him, I want you to carry this team, what do you expect out of him? What would you expect out of him?
I would expect him to. I have to say I expect him to, like, help and contribute and, like, put your best effort into what you're gonna do, and make sure if you do it, make sure you do it the right way and not the wrong way. Because if you do it the wrong way, you're gonna have to do it again and redo it. So I say do it right the first time and do it correctly.
So if he doesn't, now you gave him a lot of money. So if he doesn't do, if he's not a superstar, then what would you do with him then?
If he's not a superstar and he's just, like, good and average, I'd still, like, keep him and, like, work with them and make sure that person gets better to their best potential.
And would you go get another player, somebody that can do the job?
I would look for more people that could help and contribute to make.
There we go. That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at right there. That's what I was getting at, and that's what. But I agree with GC, and I'm going to agree with Q. Again, Q, like Q said, Kobe Bryant, like you in the playoffs, you got the money, boy. You just put a target on your back because, boy, you got the money. Now you are labeled as a dog. You can't go next year against the Miami Heat or the Milwaukee Bucks or Sixers or whoever, and you wet the bed. You cannot do it.
You better be dropping 40 on those teams.
Yes, you better.
Right.
And I think this is gonna bite Boston in the behind. And like GC said, it's gonna really hurt their luxury tax. It's gonna hurt them. Yeah, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think Boston hit an early panic button?
Yes.
This is a very early panic button.
Things gonna go right. They're definitely gonna be doubtful. And they're like, whoa, did we do that?
If things go left.
If you paying him, I don't think you paying him 5 years, 304. You have no chance that you planning on panicking at all.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But I think it's a panic because you're trying to hold on to these guys by giving them so much money where they're not even on that level yet.
You could have
waited. But clearly, hosts they planning long term. They're not just saying we're going to go out there and win now. They're giving them at least 5 years.
But you're giving them now money
to do. I understand that. I understand that, but that doesn't seem to be what they're expecting from them. We all expecting them now to go out and win because you're paid now to win, but that doesn't seem like what their plan is. They got a 5-year plan. You know, they're paying him for 5 years. You know, with a player option at the end. So I think they're along for the ride.
The way the NBA is right now, with young cats coming in, you don't have 5 years.
I agree.
You don't have 5 years.
You have like
especially with my boy Cam
right
doing what he's doing in Houston right now.
Because I'm about to say 5 years. Look at Houston. Look at San Antonio.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark's gonna love this. Look at the Hornets in 5 years.
Charlotte. Yeah, everybody is growing.
These teams are coming.
One guy I want y'all to look at, and I want y'all to look at in the next 5 years is De'Aaron Fox. Look at De'Aaron. Watch De'Aaron Fox. I'm telling you, that dude he's a killer.
Because in the next 5 years, there's no KD, there's no Bron, there's no Steph.
No.
You know, there's
but you best believe those guys going to try to get an NBA title before they go out.
It's about to get real because those legends are going to be gone.
And I'm going to say shout out to Deuce for telling me to do my research. Everybody knows how I feel about KD, right? And strictly off of NBA money, not Nike money, any other endorsements. KD has made $396 million.
Jesus.
You paid Jaylen Brown $304 million. He hasn't done half of the things KD did.
Yeah. They only been in the finals once.
Put it like
got
this.
2 finals MVPs.
Dudes like that, dudes that get paid money like that take the last shot. You can't tell me if you watch the Boston Celtics that number 7 is taking the last shot at the end of the game.
It's Jason Tatum.
0 was taking the shot.
It's Tatum, it's White, or it's somebody else. It's never Jalen.
If this was Joel Embiid getting that kind of contract, I would have absolutely no problems with it because somebody like that deserves it. Because he's unquestionably the biggest dog in that Philadelphia locker room.
Exactly.
Jaylen Brown ain't that dog, man.
No.
He's the captain, Mark.
If I can be real and y'all can impeach me if I go too far. Jaylen Brown, the Eastern Conference equivalent of DeAndre Ayton, in my opinion. I just don't see not an ounce of dog in him whatsoever.
Not that far.
Well, I don't well, okay.
Not that
I'm on the
far.
fence with that one.
I don't think it's a.
Go ahead, Drew. We say Drew.
I know one thing with these contracts. Sometimes it's not always based off of production.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's based off of a forecast. Like Dude said, it's a 5-year plan.
Okay.
You know I mean, we're gonna touch on that many a weeks coming.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sometimes you can be in the right place at the right time, and you can talk what you need to say when you need to say it. They see him every day, so they see it out of Mr. Brown that we don't. You know what I mean? If they're confident and comfortable in that, then as an executive, if you owned a company and you had a good duo, who's to say, which one you pay this or which one you pay that? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to sleep and rest on your laurels. Like, I mean, if you got a weapon A and a weapon 1A, I mean, somebody's gonna get paid. Somebody's gonna get paid. Whoever steps up first is gonna get paid. I'm sure they're gonna find a way to manipulate and maneuver to pay Tatum as well. I'm sure. I think
they put the cart before the horse because Boston don't even have a point guard. They don't have a point guard. But you get this guy. And like I say, Jaylen Brown is good. He's good, but he's second team, all second team, and he got the highest contract in NBA history, and on the second team. Now I'm not even talking about his performance and what he did with the Miami Heat against the Miami Heat. I'm not even talking about that. But you're second team, and you're second fiddle to Jason Tatum. You're Robin. And you don't even have a point guard. You don't. What is Boston doing, Q?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of direction what they're trying to head in. I just really feel like I mean, that's like you say, that's dog money right there. That's the type of player right there. When they get in the playoffs, can't nobody get on that level. You know what I'm saying? They're the carriers of the team. I mean, they're gonna take you to the conference championship when everybody else is not performing well. You know, they just light it up consistently. He doesn't show that, not at all. And so I don't know. Maybe they're just maybe figuring he's going to make some money somewhere else. So they're going to step up and pay him to keep him. But I mean, how many championships do you want out of those 5 years? Are you looking for? You're looking for at least 2, right? If anything, at least 2 of them.
Yeah. It's like the New York Yankees back in the 90s when they spent all this money. Steinbrenner, he spent all this money by getting players after player, big contracts, and he got a couple of World Series out of it, right?
Yeah, I was about to say, worked out.
Jerry Jones the same way. You paying for a Super Bowl. You're paying for a World Series. So is Boston paying for an NBA title? Not with Jaylen Brown.
I've never seen Clay get paid more than Steph.
Crazy, bro. Thank you. Right there, Deuce.
I think it's that simple. I ain't never seen
it.
Nope.
And he ain't complaining either.
Jaylen Brown is taking the last shots in games. We put the ball.
But there's levels to it. I mean, you got Clay and Steph and Tatum and when you're gonna. I mean,
but that eventually that's got to be the goal, though. You know, a duo. And the reason I said Steph and Clay is that's one of the duos that I could think of that's been successful. They've never had the problems. You know, they've done the same things that we're expecting from Jalen and Jason. So I'm just saying, Steph got 215. I think they gave Clay 189. That is a good branch because that is the difference between those two guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you giving Jalen 304, if I'm Jason, I'm looking at 350. You know what I'm saying? Like
if Jason Tatum cuts a fit, if Jason Tatum cuts a fit, he has the right to it. I will support.
Absolutely.
I would support him wholeheartedly. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
If I was Jason Tatum and they weren't willing to pay me that much,
y'all gave him 304. So what y'all gonna give me? 305, 310? Y'all gotta give me more. Y'all gotta give me more, bro. If not, I go to Detroit. I go down.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have left. I would have went somewhere else if you're not giving me that money.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Tatum, if you want to get paid, you want to come win some rings, you know what to call.
I think it's a bad mistake by Boston, and they just made it's no Boston Celtics no more. It's like David Ruffin and the Temptations. It's Jaylen Brown now and the Boston Celtics. It's like they just moved Tatum out the way.
Mark, are you referring to the Denver Nuggets?
Huh?
No, I was referring to the team in the Queen City, the 704. Yes, sir.
I understand they know more than we do. I mean, they're running a business. They know more than we do, but we on the outside looking in, bro. We just
I don't know who's doing.
Like Duke said, they the ones that seeing him every day.
Contract in a few years, another guard is going to beat that contract. Another guard?
That's not the point, T-Rock.
No, not at all. No,
because I know I think they said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is.
He's going to make
400 mil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And granted, he ain't done nothing either, but he the best player on his team.
The team. Thank you.
He's the guy
on the team.
That team moves as he moves. Y'all don't move as Jaylen Brown moves. You move as Jason Tatum moves.
What's my
so that means that his Cheeto is at least 100 million.
So
damn it.
So Deuce, with that being said, his Cheeto's at 100 million, in my opinion. He ain't worth all that money. He's at least 100 million. The way he played.
Hey Q, James Worthy would not get that much money, more money than Magic Johnson. Are you kidding me?
No.
Robert Parrish would not get much money as Larry Bird.
Big Chief.
No.
Big Chief.
Rick Mahorn would not get much money than Isaiah Thomas. Are you kidding me? This is crazy.
Better ask Scotty. Scotty's still mad. He ain't get paid.
It's crazy.
I knew that was coming.
When I see when the news came out, I was like, wait a minute, this ain't Jalen.
It ain't right.
It's supposed to be Jason Tatum, if anything. But hey, again, Boston, they running a business. That's their business. We just podcasters. That's all. We just but man, on the outside looking in, it's like, what are they doing? You don't even have a point guard.
We know what we're talking about.
With all due respect,
true. Yes, sir.
I don't trust them to run an organization either, because they fired a really good head coach for a consensual relationship.
Yeah, very
I'm
true.
just saying.
Very, very true, Mark. Very, very true, Mark. Very, very true. Very, 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 very true.
Wasn't it the same coach that took them to the finals a couple years ago?
And it was.
Brad Stevens should have stayed down because Brad Stevens was a pretty decent coach.
And I think
but you don't have
lady is still on staff.
You got rid of Grant Williams.
Don't open that worm, Deuce.
I'm just saying.
You gonna have Malika Andrews coming after us, bro. Don't do it.
Hey, that means we made it, brother.
Boston's gonna mess up. I'm gonna leave Boston alone out of this. But and Rock, listen to this very carefully. If this guy don't produce, man, you're gonna go from 1 to 2 down to 6 to 7. You're gonna dwindle because guess what? Charlotte, Miami, Atlanta, the Knicks. Did I say the Knicks? Jesus.
Yeah.
The Knicks. Like teams are starting to come up, man. And by giving him a lot of money, then you can't, like GC say, now your luxury tax is hit.
And you got teams reloading. And
who's gonna be your point guard? Peyton Pritchard?
I'm gonna Pritchard on Miami. I think Miami window is about this big every time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Second round, window might be this big, depending on who they face. As they get down to Milwaukee and them, once they get hurt, they lose that series, in my opinion.
And so that's what I'm getting at.
Where's all this money coming from in Boston?
Oh, the draft. Who have they paid?
Exactly.
That's rookie contract money they're living on right now.
He's due now for a super. So if you're going to give Jason Tatum 305, 310, 315, you got to pay. I mean, you got to pay for
gonna be close to making $1 billion.
Where's this money coming from?
Two players, bro.
Two players.
Holy hell!
Ain't won a championship.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
They can't even get past the Milwaukee Bucks.
Two players that ain't Book, ain't KD, ain't Bradley Beal, and ain't DeAndre Ayton. You know what I'm saying? Like
they gonna have to draft.
That man heavy on that Suns man.
He's been in the Suns too long. That's the problem.
You got 2 rounds.
Oh God!
You got 2 rounds to pick some good players. You got to draft at that point.
Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, and Peyton as point guards.
Ain't none of them Marcus Smart, bro. Ain't none of them Marcus Smart.
He was a kid to come to Phoenix.
Oh Jesus!
Telling you, man.
And they not doing the things that Marcus Smart did to help them win. Ain't none of them dudes diving for loose balls. Maybe Derek White.
Derek White is a primary shooting guard. He's a primary 2. Mm-hmm. Everybody now is playing point guard, but he's a primary 2. Oh, I don't know.
GC, what did you say, sir?
The best thing out of Oklahoma State in a couple of years.
That was Cade Cunningham, who on this day was drafted number 1 overall by the Detroit Pistons.
Cade Cunningham still got to develop. He ain't Marcus Smart.
You right.
Tatum,
the number 1 pick and all. Dude's nice. But Marcus Smart, you know what you get out of Marcus Smart day in and day out.
Tatum due for a supermax from making first team. He should have had it.
He should have had it right now. That money that Jalen got should have been his.
I mean, hey, LaMelo Ball won't even up for his supermax deal, but you see, he got paid early, so I don't know why Boston couldn't have done the same. But
I don't know.
I think people
y'all are smarter than Boston.
They mix up being eligible for a supermax and deserving of supermax. Those are
Amen.
Two totally different things. Just because you eligible or you get pre-approved for a $50,000 loan, don't mean you need to use the whole $50,000.
You don't need to use the whole thing.
Charlotte's gonna have their free,
right, Drew? Drew, you good with money.
Right.
And the testament to that, Draymond Green. Draymond Green was looking at getting KD a long time before KD was even available.
Draymond was going to take a pay cut.
This money here, we can't get KD. If I take this money, we can get KD. And what happened? He took this.
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes did what he did.
Yeah.
KD.
Yeah.
And then Dre got his on the back end.
Yeah.
Fact.
Dre was gonna get his anyway, but Dre didn't really care.
No matter what happened between him and KD, shit hit the fan all the time.
Well, host, you got to look at the team that he's on.
Dre got his at the end of the day.
True.
KD got his. They got what they both wanted. But you went through trials and tribulations to get it, and that's what life is, bro.
Yeah, it's facts. That's facts right there, bro.
Preach, GC.
That's facts.
That's what it is. Hey, host, hit the church piano for me.
I got you, bro. I got you. No.
Hallelujah. Preach, brother. Preach.
Yes, sir.
Real to sports on a Saturday afternoon.
I tell you, man. D-Flock, man. You got anything else before we move on, man? You want to talk about the Celtics? Anything you want to talk about?
Not really. Just I think I would like to see the Warriors against the Celtics. I think that'd be a nice matchup and a nice game.
That'll be good. That'll be a good NBA Finals. Maybe Jaylen Brown will show up then.
Maybe Jaylen Brown have 40
years the last time.
He sure didn't.
Right now,
who's your favorite player?
Giannis, the way he making money right now, I ain't gonna lie.
Who's your favorite player, D-Flock?
Overall basketball player.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hold up. Overall basketball player is Michael Jordan.
Oh, my man.
That's right.
But back when Michael Jordan was playing, who was my favorite basketball player then? Michael Jordan. Now, who is my favorite basketball player now for the new school? I have to say I got three of them. I say Steph Curry, Jason Tatum, and crap. I have to say Giannis. Yeah, Giannis.
Giannis? Okay. Okay.
And Mark,
I'm kind of hurt.
Notice how none of them are LeBron. Get him out of here.
I got one more question for you.
Watch your mouth, Philly G.
What's your favorite podcast?
Real 2 Sports Podcast.
You better know it.
Hey,
better know it.
Hit that like button, subscribe.
That's right. Tell them, baby.
Like button, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, man. I better leave Boston alone because they give me a headache. Let's go to football, fellas.
Let's get it.
My blood pressure up, man. Oh, Lord. That Jaylen Brown, boy. What going on in Boston? All right, man. NFL, man, we got another huge contract here. Justin Herbert, quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, agreed to 5 years, $262.5 million extension. Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers have agreed to massive long-term extension that will make him the highest paid quarterback in the NFL by average salary. This was reported by NFL Network and Ian Rappaport on Tuesday. Herbert is signing a 5-year, $262.5 million deal, which just slightly surpasses Lamar Jackson's April extension with the Ravens in terms of total money and average salary per year. The new deal is set to run through the 2029 NFL season, and the Chargers subsequently announced the extension. Herbert will receive $218.7 million in guarantees. God, in his new deal. Herbert had 2 years remaining on his rookie contract, which was scheduled to pay him roughly $8.5 million this season and $29.5 million on his 5th-year option contract in 2024. Herbert, who was 25 years of age, was a first-round pick, 6 overall by the Chargers in 2020. He started 49 of a possible 50 games, throwing for 14,089 yards, 94 touchdowns, and only 35 interceptions. Herbert also has rushed for 683 yards and 6 touchdowns in 3 seasons. The Chargers are 25 and 24 with Herbert starting. They made the playoffs last season, but blew a 27 lead in an eventual 31-30 wildcard loss to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This contract will have ripple effects around the NFL. It should give the Bengals and fellow 2020 NFL draft classmate Joe Burrow a target zone money-wise for their own negotiations, and it wouldn't be stunning if Burrow surpassed Herbert's financial numbers if and when he and the Bengals can come together on their own deal. Holy smoke. Mr. President, let's go in the division here. Mr. President. Justin Herbert. I mean, here we go, another one. The Brinks truck. I mean, serious Brink truck, bro. Like, make something of this, please. Help.
I plead the fifth.
262. 262, bro. Let me enlighten you something, Mr. President. Let me before you even respond. Hold on. Let me enlighten you something. Look at this. Look at that.
That's not right.
Justin Herbert's hired. Then you got Lamar, Jalen, Aaron Rodgers, Russell, Kyler, Deshaun, Patrick Mahomes. These guys, what? And you put Justin Jefferson up? Justin Herbert up there?
I just want to say
52.5. That's insane.
The best quarterback on that list is at the bottom.
Oh, hell no. Heck no.
I mean, outside of how you and Mark feel about the team, listen. If I had to take quarterback off that list, you want at the bottom.
What'd he say?
Huh?
The one at the bottom wasn't even the real MVP of the championship.
Man,
he told the truth. That boy got two championships.
Hey,
like, come on, bro.
He might not have been the MVP of the last championship, but he's a two-time league MVP. He definitely was MVP of the first one.
Who's this?
Mahomes.
Oh boy.
And he came in the second year and threw 55 touchdowns.
That's not even
on, bro.
I'm with you, G.
Bro.
Bro, key to the city already.
That boy's so good they gave him a piece of the baseball team.
I kid you not, every day. If I think about football, bro, I think
Jalen's
about
getting at least 2 or 3.
The Saints.
They gave him a piece of the baseball team.
Sean Payton did it himself. We were drafting Patrick Mahomes at 11 in case he jumped in front of us at 10. Think about it, bro.
I don't care.
In regards to the person at the bottom of the list,
listen, the facts is the facts. That's what it is.
The facts are the facts, my friend, and I agree with you.
I care about Patrick.
That guy, how Kobe is that guy, LeBron is that guy, and KD is that guy. Patrick Mahomes?
No, you're not.
Look.
It's that guy. I got you, GC. I ain't gonna let him do you like that.
No, it's not.
You that
guy. It's like, nah, bro.
That remains in sports, especially in the NFL, that you don't always get paid off of what you've done. It's that potential. I'm gonna put my GM hat on.
Yeah, please.
They know they got a couple more years
right
on the books for what he had going on for the initial rookie contract.
Okay.
And they take note of how teams handle their quarterbacks and how they may wait to the last minute. We ain't gonna speak on that. You know what I mean? But you don't want to turn a situation that you can control if you're the owner.
Absolutely.
Management.
Absolutely.
You don't want to turn it and see it spiral out of control. So could this be a panic move? Because he's definitely not getting paid off of productions. He ain't got no playoff wins.
It's 25 and 24 as him as a starter.
Goalpost.
It's
always moving.
Always. It's always moving.
And y'all know what I'm saying. Like, you can win, and when you ask for your money, they'll find a reason not to pay you. And then you not win, and they'll just give you the bag.
Absolutely.
I'll know exactly what it is. But, I mean, it's just, I don't. GC made a great point, though. The one that's got the best accolades, the best results and production, he's down at the bottom. And the guy that ain't did squat is up in the top.
But let's not get it twisted. The Chiefs are strapped for cash.
Yeah, they
They are strapped.
Which is why I will forever say it anytime we had this discussion on the show. Create a separate salary cap for quarterbacks so that way everybody else on the team can get some money.
I'm with it.
But in regards to Mr. Herbert, truth be told, I'm not mad at it. Just because, you know, the Chargers know what it's like to have a franchise quarterback and to not have a franchise quarterback. So I think they'd much rather have their franchise quarterback locked up. And truth be told, they are a much better team with him than without him. Last year in that playoff game, I put that joint on the defense for losing that game because how you up 27-0 as a defense with two of the best pass rushers in football, and you know you give up a huge lead like that, but that's neither here nor there. As far as and that's very true to you, right? But at the same time, it's still not really helping them because they still kind of hurting in the salary cap. Huh?
What team is this you talking about?
I'm talking about the Chargers. Like I don't blame them for signing Justin Herbert, and to kind of give credit where credit is due for the fact that he is in the AFC West, duking it out with that team with the good barbecue.
The Chiefs.
He was duking it out with Derek Carr for years, and at the end of the day, 25 wins is more than 24 losses. So he did come out of there with a winning record. And again, I have to give credit where credit is due. Out of all the teams in the division, it's always Justin Herbert and the Chargers giving that team with a good barbecue the run for their money, especially the most consistently. So the fact that Herbert has shown that he can hang in there with Mahomes, Big 12 quarterback, got to get shout out my conference. The fact that Herbert can hang in there with Mahomes year after year after year, and like I said, get them a run for their money. They may not have the same accolades like Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts and the rest of the guys on that list, but I mean, hey, would you rather hang with the big dogs and catch them a couple of times, or would you rather not have a dog in the fight at all?
So Mark, then what do we play for? Why are we out here trying to win? Why are we out here trying to break the records and put up the numbers that people put up? If I can just go off of my potential. Can you pull up that list, host, again,
yes, sir.
please?
Yes, sir.
Talk to him.
Lamar Jackson, league MVP. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl appearance. Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl winner. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl winner. Kyler Murray shouldn't be on this list. Deshaun Watson, probably on this list either. If I'm going off of what I'm saying, and Patrick Mahomes is arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen. So what is the point of doing all of those things and getting these accolades if they're just going to give a guy who hasn't done those things this money? Lamar
because
had
the rest of
claw for somebody to come and give $500,000 more than him.
I'm not.
MVP.
I'm not disagreeing with you. In my humble opinion, Lamar should have gotten a fat new contract after he became the first unanimous MVP in league history. That's when he should have got his money. So I'm not knocking for that.
I agree.
But all I'm saying, my answer was just in terms of the Chargers organization, not the rest of the NFL. I was talking about the Chargers. But we all know guys that look a certain way don't get paid when they play that position in this league. I mean, really, outside of Russell Wilson, have we ever had a black quarterback be the highest paid player in the NFL? Outside of maybe Russell and Mahomes for a year or two? No. I mean, that's just historically how it's been. But
Deshaun for a brief moment.
But it's not even about black and white. It's not even about black and white.
But this is what I'm going to do. Deuce, I see what you're saying. I agree with you, but I'm going to disagree at the same time. Because we all know how important it is to have that franchise quarterback. You don't find Mahomes, Herbert, Jalen every year. You know what I'm saying?
You don't find
Deuce know about it. They've been trying to find a replacement for Ben for how long?
You telling me ain't no guys that could lead me to a 8-8? Them guys not laying around. The dude 25 and 24. What are we talking about?
That's what I'm saying.
We're talking about
Kenny Pickett went 9-8.
And Lamar's 45.
9-8.
9-8.
Why are we talking about Kenny Pickett, bro?
Because he'll never get that money.
Because of who he played for. Y'all don't pay people.
But I'm saying he won't even get that conversation, and he can win more games than those dudes.
But I think the Chargers paid him because they.
Are you picking Herbert over Pickett without knowing what they did?
We're talking potential. Y'all still talking potential. How about we talk about fact? What has he done?
Yeah, let's go fact.
He's 25 and 24.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, dude, but they're looking for he's the future Chargers.
Okay. OG, I see you jumping at the bits here.
He's 25 and 24, but he's still
I think this is a clearly statement from the Chargers is that what they're telling Herbert is that they're saying that you are better than Patrick Mahomes. We believe in you, so we slipping this in your pocket. Don't worry about this. We got you. You go out here and be better than this man. And in the same division, we know the potential is in there. Sometimes some like coaches or general manager, certain things exist in people, they just haven't showed it yet. So it takes certain people or certain things to get it out of them. So they're using the money and putting it in his pocket. We cover you. We got you covered right here. Go out there and be better than this man. That's what we're telling you, because we know you're better than this man. That's what they're saying all along. It doesn't show right now. It doesn't show we understand all that. But what they're doing is the actions they're doing. Huh?
So basically you're saying that they're storing up for the future.
What you think? No, what they're doing is that, like, he has talent. Yeah, but what they're doing, they're telling him in so many ways that we believe in you. You are better than this man, even though you haven't showed it. So we're gonna put this in your hip. We're gonna drop this load. I'm gonna drop this bag on you. You ain't gotta worry about no money, nothing like that. You just gotta go out there and be better than this man.
So Q-Dog, I wanna agree with you.
That's what they're saying as a team.
I see what you're saying. What they put money in his pocket. But off of the last 10 matchups, Herbert has only won 3. So no matter how much money I give you,
see, that's what I'm saying. But listen though. I understand what you're saying. You see, y'all keep going about what he hasn't done and he haven't matched up to him and all that. I understand all that. But look at what they done. They put that heavy bag in his pocket. And they're telling them from their perspective, not what the world sees, that from their perspective, is that we believe that you are better than this man. So now that they done put the money in his pocket, it's psychologically. And so now, okay, take that talent and go out there and be better than this man. That's what they're saying. Even though it don't show, we know that. But with them, they're trying. Yeah.
But what you believe and what's real, it don't always match up. I believe KD is the greatest basketball player of all time. Sometimes, he's definitely in the top 5. But you got Jordan, LeBron, you got Magic, you got Shaq, So what I believe and what's real.
But it takes special coaches for those guys. Everybody can't coach those guys. Special coaches can get something out of them that they can't pull out themselves. That's what I'm saying. All I'm just saying is that I understand what you're saying, but the fact that they're trying to get something out of him that they see the potential that he can be better than him. That's what I'm saying. That's why they did that.
If that's the case, Trevor Lawrence is a $60 million quarterback.
I mean, there's a lot of people that wouldn't disagree with that.
Okay.
Get him head to head in playoffs. Got more playoffs wins than him already.
They doing this because of Patrick Mahomes and the contract that the money he's making, and he's bringing in the hardware. Everybody can't be Patrick Mahomes.
He ain't bringing nowhere near what Justin bringing. $45 million. He get 50.
No, I'm talking about. No, but what I'm saying is that when Mahomes got paid, he's bringing in the hardware. He's winning Super Bowls, okay?
And
he's on basically.
Everybody looked at their phone was like, he got how many years for how much? You don't see that.
But what I'm saying, when they did that for Patrick Mahomes, now that they're ironically they're in the same division, they're telling Justin Herbert that we believe in you and we believe that you're better than this man, so we're going to drop you this heavy bag. We're going to get this to you, and we want you to go out there and be better than this man, the potential that you have.
I don't think.
Okay, I'm just saying that's how they see it. That's how they see it.
He could have easily touched 300.
If they felt like that man wasn't going to be better than Patrick Mahomes, they would never give him that damn money.
Who they paying? He and Allen hurt every other year.
I'm just telling you what they believe in. They would have never gave him that money. They never believed that.
You not paying Eckler. You barely paying Khalil Mack. Are you paying Bosa? So who are you paying? He could have easily touched 350 mil.
Even Austin Eckler. I mean, he had a hard time getting a contract.
And that's an all-purpose back right there.
That's a fact. Austin Eckler, he had a problem.
It got something to do. It got a lot to do. It got a lot to do with Patrick Mahomes. I'm telling you that.
Trying to keep up with the Mahomes. Okay.
Last year, when I went to go draft in the league, I didn't look for Herbert first. I looked for Eckler.
It's got a lot to do with Patrick Mahomes. I'm telling you.
See that New Orleans coming out of DC, boy.
That's it. There we go, like that. We'll say it like that.
I know who's gonna make the plays.
Yeah, baby.
Eckler gonna make the plays. First down, second down, third down, or fourth down. Now, is Herbert the guy who get all the glory? Yeah, that's cool. He gonna throw for 350. He could have 3 touchdowns. But who did the dirty work? Who was the draft on the team? That is Austin Eckler, and he ain't getting no money for it.
So GC, I have a question.
New Orleans and GC, boy.
GC, are you extra fired up because Herbert was taken? Are you extra fired up, GC, because Herbert was drafted before your boy from Alabama? Is that why you extra fired up right now?
Nah. I'm speaking on the facts, bro.
Okay, so check this out. Check this out. This and Drew to the game. Check this out because I'm coming. This should be a total embarrassment for the Baltimore Ravens as an organization. This should be a total embarrassment because here it is. You got Lamar Jackson, a former MVP, one of the best athletic quarterback in the league, and here comes Justin Herbert coming in, and no MVP. Just forget the MVP. He's just not as. He's just not as. Justin Herbert's a better passer, but all around vision, game, athleticism, durability, all that is Lamar. Why?
Hold on, host. Hold on. I do think Herbert is a better passer than Lamar. I'm not thinking Lamar.
I said that. Yeah, I said that.
But I'm gonna go Herbert on the passing.
Yeah. I said that.
Everything else, put it in Lamar pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. I say that. But why? This should be something. Go ahead, Drew.
It's simple. It's simple. Can anybody on this panel really, other than a bowl game, recall any of Justin Herbert's highlights from college? And I'm going somewhere with this.
Honestly, Drew,
right?
No.
Nobody can answer. Now, I'm pretty sure it's unanimous here, and that's synonymous with Lamar, unanimous. Can anybody remember any of his college highlights?
Yeah.
Okay.
Justin Herbert?
The one where he ran.
Battle with Deshaun.
Nobody remembers Herbert's college.
I don't know where Herbert went to college.
He went to Oregon, but
that's an unfair. That's an unfair.
No. That's not because he won a Heisman with Louisville.
Hold on.
But it's unfair.
Louisville sucked until he got there. Louisville was on the map. Don't forget the most hyped game.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Nobody understood. No matter what you had planned that day, you made plans for 7:00 to be at home to watch Lamar Jackson versus Deshaun Watson.
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna say all that after Alabama played.
And Mitchell Trubisky was drafted before both of them.
This is what it boils down.
That's facts too, Deuce.
This is what it boils down to. We already know the narrative how it is for certain quarterbacks. I'll keep it at that. The narrative is always the thing that's changed. Okay, you got 2 first round quarterbacks, Herbert and Lamar, both drafted in the first round. Okay, but what is the separating piece about them? There's nothing electric with Justin Herbert, and he was in a passing offense. All right, they passed a run in Oregon. That's what they did. And in Louisville, it was completely different. Nobody can tell me a running back or wide receiver or any weapon that Lamar had at Louisville, but you remember him playing.
Talk to him, dude.
Jeremy Smith, him in high school.
Yeah, he did the same in high school as well. But what the Ravens did, you can say they can be embarrassed, but when you have a unicorn and you ain't had nothing else like it before, sometimes you're just starstruck and you're amazed. Let him do it. Let him do it. That was his mistake. The rest of the league is learning from that and adding that to their playbook. If we got some potential, we're gonna pay it forward so we don't have to have any issues on the back end and possibly lose this guy. And the narrative is always gonna change. Like Lamar never had any. He ran a pro style offense in Louisville, a pro style offense. He never had any issues with throwing it downfield and doing this and that. The only time the boy ran was when all the receivers was covered and they had him spread out. That's when he took off. They weren't design runs. I've seen two called design runs for him in college at Louisville out of all the games I watched him play and all the tape I looked at. Two. But the whole point of it is when you put somebody else in a different system and they drafted Lamar and they put him in the Greg Roman box. God bless his soul. But like he still managed to do what he did. He still managed to get the best record as a quarterback for winning percentage is concerned, only behind one other quarterback named Patrick Mahomes. If you want to compare apples to apples, if you put them in the same offense, it's going to be different this year because the Ravens supposed to be passing more. You can make a more fair assessment as far as him being a better passer or not after the season. The past 5 years, he's been in an offense that really handicapped him from passing. You know what I mean? Because the offensive coordinator, he was just not. He's got an antiquated style of play call. You know what I'm saying? It's outdated. You know what I mean? It might work the first year, but after that, it was done. But Lamar still did his thing with no weapons. He didn't have an Austin Eckler, a Keenan Allen, a Mike Williams. You know, he didn't have none of that. And he still got a higher winning percentage. 45-16. That's, you know what? You can break it down how you want, whether you want to win by running or passing. Bottom line is what?
Still a quarterback.
You want to get to the chip.
Yeah. Nobody say nothing when Michael Vick did it. So they can't say nothing about when Lamar did it.
And where I give Lamar his credit, they find every reason under the sun on why Lamar is not a good quarterback.
Narratives.
Who was the dude who said you can't see the ball because he's wearing black sleeves like that?
Oh yeah.
They tried to put the same name on Jalen Hurts.
That made any sense?
Yeah, when they had
like that stuff made any sense.
I'm gonna hop on that, Drew.
You know how many people wear black sleeves and can still see the ball? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what do you do? Wear white sleeves and come coach you for the same amount? Mm-hmm. Like Lamar, he does this thing. I can't take away from it. He does this thing. He's great. Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the end of the day, we know what it is.
Yeah, we know what it is. Yeah, you did that right. OG, I see you digress there, OG.
No, I mean, you know, I'm good, man. I'm just listening to everybody's opinion and everything, and you know, hey,
it's a lot of money. I just really,
bro. Yeah, that's a lot of money to give them, but I just really feel what they're trying to do because it's more because of Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
to me.
Mahomes, yeah. I mean, he kind of
in the same division. They put him twice a year. Yeah. So and Patrick Mahomes stacking up the hardware. So, but everybody can't be a Patrick Mahomes, but you know that's what they're trying to do, outdo him.
That's what I'm saying though, OG. I think one of the things you said earlier, you said that they want him to be better than Mahomes. People in hell won't ice walk. That don't mean you're gonna get it.
You gonna get it.
He ain't right, but they don't see it like that though.
No,
they don't see it like that. We put this money in your pocket, and we believe in the potential that you have, and we want you to be better than this man.
Marcus Russell had potential.
Aaron Bruce has potential.
Oh damn, bro, that was a KO there, bro.
I mean,
Ryan Griffin has potential.
I'll take that shot from Deuce because I deserve it.
It wasn't even for you. It wasn't even a shot. It's the truth.
I vehemently disagree with
I'm
Deuce's
a Louisiana kid. I got
it's the truth.
I got to see that kid play in college. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
As a young man, I saw the potential that he had. I saw the big arm that he had. I saw him being able to run, but it didn't amount to anything. Is what I'm trying to get you to understand. That's all.
I got you.
And somebody, and unfortunately, it was y'all that gave him a bag. It could have been Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Either way it goes, his potential didn't turn out to be what everybody thought it was going to be. That's all I'm saying.
Trash. But you know what? We even go D-Flock, man. You know about Justin Herbert, right? What do you think about this, man? You gave him a lot of money. Think the Chargers going to be good?
It's not right. Like he's not like. They gave him the bag and the money, but I don't think I think he'll progress and get a little bit better? Yeah, but like out of all those players, Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Hurts, all of them have shown progress before they got all the money, and like doing way more. Like I'd say like they've been doing way more progress than like even one of the lowest QBs, like any low QB that y'all think. I think he's even did a little bit of a more better job than him because like he's not really like if you go back to his college highlights, I watched a lot of college, but like when I watched it like his college games, he wasn't like doing too much and he's not like doing that much in the game, and I feel like half of the time like he's not even mentioned and heard because he's not doing nothing. But like the people like Lamar and Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, the good people like that, I feel like they are doing all the work and they get heard a little bit, but don't get like as much money as their ratings and stat shows. But like with him, he gets hurt and he ends up like getting way more money and all that stuff. Like I think the Chicago Bears Justin Fields. I feel like he should have way more, and he's putting way more effort in the potential than Justin Herbert, and I think like that's just messed up on what they did. And I think if that's fine, they can keep it like that, but they need to make some sort of adjustment and switch it to where at least the good players are making at least somewhere like super close around there, because what he did is like not even like that that good. I feel like if you put in their like if he gets hurt, I feel like their second QB would be better than him.
Ooh. Bring it!
Hot take. And now I have to pose a question.
I don't think he's that good.
Well, hold on, GC. But he's right though, because he named all those names, and those guys are superstars. But now Justin Herbert, and listen, Charger fans out there, we're not downing Justin Herbert. We're not downing him. He's good. He's good. But
we know what he's capable of.
Right, but what the fella just said was he named all these players. These are superstars that have been to a higher level than this guy, but he's making way more money. And I agree. Now, this is what Q was saying now, that they're trying to keep up with somebody like Mahomes or something like Pat Mahomes. Okay. Pat Mahomes, he set the trend, won his little Super Bowls. He won Super Bowl, so now he set the trend. So now it's like keeping up with the Joneses.
He won Super Bowl on a rookie contract.
Yeah.
So all the money he took, he deserved, and it could have been more than that if you look at it now.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're gonna get off him. But
that 10 years, what, 500 mil? Then right now would be 10 years, 750.
Again, we're podcasters. We're not GMs, we're not owners. But Jesus, I get paying your quarterback, but Lord have mercy. Like, you giving him Super Bowl, you giving him Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, blah, 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 blah type stuff. And here it is. I mean, we got running backs out here that's struggling, trying to make $1.15.
We're at a point now where a couple years ago, Jonathan Taylor was
Jonathan Taylor. He in trouble too.
We're looking at him being traded now.
Yeah, exactly.
Him and the owner and his agent aren't on the same page.
Absolutely.
Like the relationship is damaged.
Absolutely.
Next year, possibly this year, JT is somewhere else.
Just what we said about Austin Eckler, who in the beginning of the offseason, he wanted to lead the Chargers because he wasn't getting the bag.
But let Anthony Richardson show a little bit of potential, he'll get the bag easily.
Facts.
You know
no, he won't. No, he won't.
He will. No, if they're smart, they will.
Not with Jim Irsay as his owner. He
not
with Jim Irsay.
Irsay is not all
that. They're going to try to give him the same narrative that they gave Lamar. He'll have to fight and do everything in his power, and still they'll pay him $51.5 under Justin Herbert. And
I 1,000% agree with Deuce.
Yeah, me too. I agree with Deuce. Irsay,
it's going to be easy. Jonathan Taylor ain't have a fighting chance, ain't getting no money.
By position,
at least have a chance.
I think you comparing apples to oranges in a sense. I agree with you, Anthony Richardson wise, because he's a quarterback. So what I'm saying is a dude that plays the same position could put up the exact same numbers that Justin Herbert pulls up, and he will not get paid because of a narrative.
The narrative.
Because of who they think he is. Because he's a run first guy and he might get hurt.
Exactly.
But he gets hurt. But he gets hurt in the pocket, not running, but he gets hurt because he's a running quarterback.
We know that narrative. I'm not ignoring that. But I was comparing Anthony Richardson. It's what he's going to go through, which it's inevitable because he's one of us. But
I think it's worse than that.
He's going to go through to what JT, his counterpart, his guy for the future, who's not there no more. He's not part of the future. He has Pittman and somebody else to lean on, but he won't have JT to lean on.
Yeah, Irsay.
I don't think Anthony's gonna suffer that same narrative though, fellas. I mean, because if there's a narrative against paying mobile quarterbacks, especially ones that look like us, why did Kyler Murray get the bag that he got out of Arizona? You know what I mean? He ain't done half of the stuff that Herbert and Lamar have done.
Yeah, but Kyler Murray stuck him up for it though. It was if you don't pay me, I ain't playing.
I agree with Deuce, man. Anthony Richardson.
They still paying a coach that ain't even there. That whole thing was messed up from top to top.
Totally, yeah.
Anthony Richardson gonna be in the same boat as Jonathan Taylor because let's be real, outside of Dan Snyder, Jim Irsay has been the worst owner in the NFL. Mm-hmm. But through to the game, bro, we gotta talk, man. I disagree with what you said, bro. We gotta talk.
Oh man.
I just want to hop in and say something real quick.
Come on,
the little dude game, aka D-Block. He was talking about Justin Fields making more money than Herbert. And once again, it's just two guys who haven't won anything.
Yeah.
But who would y'all pay more? Because we know the market when Fields get his contract is going to be way bigger.
It should. Would
y'all pay him more than Herbert?
Will I pay him more than Herbert? I think I would because Herbert has a better team, and Justin Fields got a boy.
What I was struggle was the comparison.
So in order to keep him quiet, go ahead, Philly. Go ahead.
My bad, but
no, you good.
Comparison between Lamar Jackson and like Jalen Hurts, for example, those guys earn the money. I like Justin Herbert. I think it's not a wrong move, but at the same time, if you're looking at what he's accomplished. Okay, I get that. He shouldn't get the money. But I also get what Q-Dog was saying. You're paying this guy because he's up there with Patrick Mahomes duking it out when other teams in that division, no shots fired, aren't showing up really. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all play them twice a year, right? Twice a year, you'll probably see one game from the Raiders where they play them. Then the second game, y'all don't really play them like that. Justin Herbert's
we always split with them.
He's going out there and duking it out twice a year. Like, and what I mean by that is it's not a 40-10 game or something like that. It's a 41-40 game or something like that. Like he's going back and forth with Patrick, and that's why he got the money. That's kind of what I see from it.
But that's
competing gets you $50 million, Philly G?
I said competing.
I mean,
competing.
Jeez.
He's competing.
What does that mean? What does it mean?
This podcast should be getting paid $50 million. Yeah,
Baker Mayfield was competitive.
Barely. He probably should have got the money. That's just how I see it.
Baker Mayfield, $262 million.
If he was in a more stable franchise, Baker would have got paid.
Hell, here come on.
If Baker was on a more stable NFL franchise, he would have got paid.
If Patrick Mahomes wasn't,
What'd you say, Q?
If Patrick Mahomes wasn't in the division doing what he's doing, he wouldn't have got the money.
Exactly.
If Patrick Mahomes wasn't in the same division doing what he's doing, he would not have gotten the money. Not this early. He wouldn't have got
it. World where he isn't.
I disagree, OG.
Huh?
I disagree. I don't think the division matters, man. I think that
the
kid
division always matters. You got to win the division.
I think that kid
get a good spot.
fits the bill.
I'm saying he would have got it, but
I think that kid fits the bill of what they want.
No. It's the fact that Patrick Mahomes is in there. That's what I'm saying. And if he wasn't in there, he wouldn't have got it so early.
That boy could do the same thing in Tennessee, and he would have got the same money.
No,
he could have. He's doing it with the Chiefs.
Yes, he would.
He did it with the Bills. He did it with the Saints. He did it with Tennessee because Tennessee don't have no quarterback. You got Tannehill and Willis.
The Chargers ain't got game. If Herbert falls, the Chargers fall.
That's where it's going.
Getting the money.
you get
if Mahomes falls,
Allen and Mike Williams.
If Mahomes falls,
totally changed.
If
nobody, he did it with Juju.
If competitive is what we're looking for, Dak Prescott should be a $300 million quarterback.
He should be if he's competing.
Derek Carr should be a $300 million quarterback.
Hold up,
he should have been.
Derek Carr definitely should be getting paid.
Go ahead.
But here's the key difference between Derek and the other quarterbacks you mentioned, bro. Nobody likes Derek Carr, gives him credit, but let the record show he's the most winning quarterback in Raiders history. So he get the wins on the field.
That's what I'm saying.
He ain't worthy of the big money.
That's what I'm saying. Is he could do the same thing. But he's not worth that. There's no way you can be honest with yourself and tell me this dude a $300 million quarterback.
The bigger picture is
right now, after what he's proven for the last 3 years, you're telling me he's worth $52.5 million a year.
He's shown progress.
That doesn't mean anything, Philly G.
What
does progress? Have you ever went to work and they said, Philly G, you came to work 3 days out of the week, we're gonna pay you for the last 2? No, it don't work like that.
I wish they did.
It don't work like that. Prove yourself.
We're talking about, like Mark always says,
small life lesson. Small life lesson. When you gonna put a ring on it is when you know that she's tried and true. And that she has been through the fire with you, and she's going to go through the fire. It ain't if she's going through the fire with you.
Drew, how'd that work out for y'all though? Y'all put a ring on Joe Flacco and then paid him. How'd that work out for y'all?
Hey, he won a Super Bowl.
He won a
Super Bowl.
He got one.
Yeah, they signed him. They signed him, and
he won a championship to the organization.
He did what he's supposed to do.
No matter what happened after the ring, when you talk about Joe Flacco's story, the peak of the story. It's the Super Bowl against the 49ers.
It's plenty of quarterbacks who won championships and were a shell of who they once were afterwards. But you did what you were supposed to do. You brought them to the promised land and you put a ring on you put a Lombardi trophy. It ain't many cats that can say that they've done that.
Okay, so Brock Osweiler should be a $300 million quarterback. Brock Osweiler brought Denver a ring, did he not? He brought him a championship. No. Trent Dilfer brought him a championship. He ain't get the bag. So what are we talking about here?
It wasn't dropping bags like that back then either.
All right, Mark.
Oh, Mark. Mark, stop.
Anyway.
Mark has been the greatest quarterback in Oakland history. But when you tell his story in Oakland at the peak, he just won the most games as a quarterback. He doesn't have nothing to show for it, Mark. That's just the truth.
Because that's a whole nother story, sir. That's a whole
He's
other
a Raiders
story.
Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer.
Oh, Derek Carr should definitely be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Don't get that twisted, sir.
At the end of his career, right now, he's a Raiders Hall of Fame.
Look at Todd Jerry put him in the Hall of Fame.
He ain't done yet.
Eli Manning makes the Hall of Fame. Big Ben makes the Hall of Fame. They have hardware.
Ben definitely shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, come on.
Hell no. I ain't putting Ben Roethlisberger in the Hall of Fame.
Can you take me out, please? Can you close my box?
At that point,
close the box, bro. I got you.
Hey, let's go to trivia because at this point, Mark is
I have to disagree with Mark on that one.
All right.
Ben, you are a first round Hall of Fame, and don't y'all forget it.
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, Philly G. What you got, D-Flop?
I was gonna say, young Mark, Derek Carr is an average player, but he's not did that much.
No, he's not.
I mean,
because of his circumstances, sir. He has a winning record against the Baltimore Ravens, though.
Being real.
What he's saying is
Drew Brees has circumstances.
What he's saying is Kirk Cousins got the bag, but he ain't really done much with talent around him. And that Derek
They won a division. The Vikings won a division.
Kirk and Derek both took their teams to the playoffs.
Kirk Cousins threw 33 touchdowns one year, and then he threw 39 the other one.
Title championship, it don't matter. As long as you're winning, you should be paid.
Kirk Cousins averaged 30
winning
touchdowns
what?
a year.
Philly G? Winning what?
You get paid to win games. You get paid to win championships. You
Winning
get paid to do it all.
Winning your division? That ain't enough.
Ain't enough, though.
Winning your division?
Before last year,
if that's as far as you can go, and you're doing it every year, you're gonna get paid. Trust me.
What did Kirk Cousins do up until last year? All he done is put on a ski mask and say, "Stick him up, give me the bag." He ain't did nothing.
Hey, Q,
let me put it like this, Philly G. If Jalen Hurts they wouldn't even consider paying him. If all he could do is win his division, they wouldn't consider paying him. Wouldn't even be a question if all he did was win his division.
Because he's our franchise. He would.
No, he's your franchise.
If we win the division every year, we would take that right now.
Carson won y'all division every year? Stop it. Cut it out.
In his last year in the Eagles uniform, he did with a broken back, basically.
All right.
So
I hear you.
But that's why he ain't there. He got broken the hell up.
Wait a minute, hold on. All right, enough. Hold up. God damn it. Hold on. Why is everybody getting on Kirk Cousins, bro? What's the deal?
Because, host, you
talking about the bag.
You
talking about the bag.
Kirk Cousins had
getting bags without doing a lot of work.
He had 30 touchdowns one year and 35 the next. And by all means, 33 touchdowns is average as hell. You're a mid-tier quarterback at 33. Mahomes had 50.
Peyton Manning? No, he didn't. Peyton Manning
had 40 something. Like at that point, your 30 means nothing.
Okay, let me explain why Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins' thing is he's been getting the bag, and he hasn't really done nothing up until this point until last year. But he's been getting paid. And why is it when other quarterbacks?
It's called a gamble, though. It's a gamble. It's
not a gamble if I know my buddy's gonna give me the bag with the elbow. You know what I mean? Hey.
How many years ago Kirk Cousins got his bag?
Hey,
before these massive contracts start coming out.
And he was getting the most.
Okay.
Because he played the hell out of the franchise tag.
So like again,
go back to when he was on Washington.
Yeah. But now Q, I'm gonna step in for you now because here it is. Kirk Cousins, he went from, and y'all gonna say what he done, okay? Yeah, he didn't win the big one, right? No, of course not. He didn't. He with the Vikings. The Vikings defense was terrible whatsoever. But also, a few years ago, Minnesota they was number 4 in offense, right? They were just like the Raiders. They put up points, but they give up points. The same way. Huh?
So how is
he had 29 touchdowns last year.
Oh, Kirk Cousins
had 29.
Okay.
Mahomes had 41.
Okay. It's apples and oranges, though.
That's
way higher power offense. That's a way better team.
Cousins.
That's a way better team, though.
The principle is the same. The principle.
Minnesota had a garbage defense. It was terrible. They was like what 25th, 26th?
Yeah, they were
bad. 31st.
It was bad. It was terrible.
Sorry, Q.
But you want to
don't worry about it. Brian Flores gonna fix that.
But listen, Minnesota had the best home record. Listen though, Minnesota had the best. They only lost one game at home.
But what did they win?
They lost in the playoffs to the Giants. They lost. You can't win them all, bro. You can't.
When Geno Smith outplays
Kansas City barely got past Jacksonville. They barely got past Jacksonville. They barely beat the Eagles.
But
the ref wasn't on the payroll.
I'm barely blind. I'm
facts
still not
facts,
blind.
Brother. Facts. Host,
bro,
that's facts.
They won a championship, though, guys.
Listen to me, though. Listen to me. When the Vikings played Buffalo, that was the best game of the year. When the Vikings, they only lost one game at home. That's very impressive for a Minnesota Viking team, right? Right? They got Justin Jefferson, who offensive player of the year, right? The greatest comeback in NFL history, right?
Mm-hmm.
He got accolades, bro. He got accolades. Minnesota just have a sorry defense.
Defense is what did us in all year long.
And to go back to Derek Carr. Derek Carr put up points, but our defense was trash. Derek Carr did his job. That's why I be telling Raider fans on social media, stop downing Derek Carr because he did his job. He can't play defense too.
Right.
He can't play defense. He did his job.
But since the topic is Justin Herbert,
he beat the Cowboys in goddamn Texas in overtime with nobody but Deshaun Jackson.
I was about to say that.
Deshaun Jackson?
Hasn't been good since he was in.
But can we put some respect on his name? No.
But not no slouch.
But why y'all can't put respect on Kirk Cousins' name when the man beat Buffalo when Buffalo had the refs on the payroll in Buffalo? When Justin Jefferson caught that one-hand catch.
The same reason we don't give Josh Allen that credit because he hasn't won anything. The thing is, we're all bragging about putting up banners that don't say Super Bowl champ.
That's true.
Philly G is proud of having an NFC East championship banner hung up.
The
Minnesota Vikings are proud of having an NFC North banner champion hung up.
That means something. I went to hell and back to get that.
It don't mean nothing.
It don't mean a thing.
It don't mean nothing.
Banner too.
The Falcons have one of those too. They ain't got no ring.
Y'all were hanging up 9 and 8 banners, right?
Bro, we got 6 championships, Philly G.
I ain't worried about the past, brother.
But this is what I'm telling you. You will never hear me say we won our division. Woo! Because the standard is winning a championship. It's about winning a championship at the end of the day.
Stop it. You gotta play the Browns and the Bengals twice. Yeah, they getting good, but
they don't have Joe Burrow. They weren't in the Super Bowl the year before you went.
Deuce. I know Mike in the group. He's in the Real Sports group. Mike Dowdy. He's a Bengals fan. I see him on my South Carolina route. And I said, well, you lost Super Bowl, bro. Oh, man, hey. He ain't say, well, at least we went. No,
that's what I'm saying.
He wanted to go. He wanted to win.
He wanted to win.
Yeah, he wanted to win. That's what I'm talking about.
You proud of winning your division. And you got the Commanders in your division.
Yeah, I'm right.
So you're guaranteed to win.
I'm proud of
2002.
The last 10 years. The last 10 years, the Browns were at least better than them. My bottom team in my division was better than yours.
Than who?
Than the Commanders.
Hey, bro. In 2002,
argue it, Mark. I want you to argue it, Mark, because he got your guy on that team.
Well, how many championships do they have?
I have nothing to say, Mr. Deuce.
How many championships do the Browns and the Bengals have compared to our division?
Nothing.
Yeah. This conversation is different for Deuce because, correct me if I'm wrong, brother Deuce, it's been 20 years since you last had a season where you had double-digit losses.
That's correct.
So winning regular season games is normal for him. He like that's some teams.
Yeah. The standard is the standard.
It's different for Deuce, but from the perspective of somebody who has rooted for a team that loses year after year after year, you take all the small victories you can get because you don't win that much.
Right,
Mark, I get that. I get that. But what I'm saying is, as long
you don't
as you
get it because you
I do. But listen to me. As an athlete, as a person that has coached, if I let my guys think that it's okay just to win your district, that's all you will strive to be is a district winning team. Until you look to win a championship, you will never have championship expectations. You will never put the work in to be a champion. Stop settling for just winning your division.
Philly G, you'll never be on Kobe Bryant's team. If he hear you say that,
Kobe ain't played to win in the West.
It would have been a wrap for me on Kobe's team. I would have been somewhere to like
Kobe would have put you out of
Detroit or something like that. But anyway,
you play to win, baby. You play to win.
I'm not saying that we're not playing to win. We're playing to win a second Super Bowl. That's why we wanted to get to the Super Bowl. But at least we got there. We lost by 3.
No, Philly G. We won the same amount of championships last year, Philly G. Whether I was at home or not, we got the same amount of rings.
Damn thing.
We got the same amount of rings, bro. We got the same amount of championships last year. All of us in here did the same thing. Whether I was GC and I didn't make the playoffs, or the Steelers that didn't make the playoffs, whether I was Q-Dog, whether I was you who got to the Super Bowl, whether I was any of these cats, you didn't win. You didn't hang up a banner that mattered, but you're satisfied with being the NFC champion. Yay.
It's all good because we drafted well, and then this year we'll be hanging up that Super Bowl banner. I'm telling you that right now.
The Saints are winning the second most
games. When's the last time that y'all hung up a banner? Because it's been a minute, right?
Now
you can't compete where you don't compare, Philly G.
The last Super Bowl.
You've been the little brother in the state your entire existence. Stop.
At least I seen one.
Philly G.
I saw 2. What are you talking about? I saw 2 championships. San Antonio Holmes in Arizona, and we beat Seattle. What are you talking about? I saw 2 in my lifetime, and you've only been to 2. You've only been to 2 that you've seen in the last 10 years. I've seen 2 that I won.
It's all right though, bro. Like I said, bro, it don't matter.
No, it's not all right. You came over here, so you got to answer for what you came over here wanting. You wanted it, now you got it. All you did was win the NFC. You didn't win what mattered. Jalen Hurts
lost only by 3, bro.
Why did Jalen Hurts turn down being on the quarterback?
On a BS
why did your quarterback turn down being on the quarterback documentary on Netflix? Because he wanted to win an NFL championship. He's not satisfied with being the NFC, being a front runner. He wants to be a champion. That Alabama
will be.
Alabama, you think Nick Saban okay with just winning the SEC? Or does he want to win the national championship? You think Villanova okay with just winning the Big East? Or they want to win championships? Do you think the Phillies just okay with winning 8? No. They got there and they couldn't win. They didn't have enough in the tank. But you're satisfied. Get out of here, man.
We had a BS call.
Championships, bro.
You know that. That last call was BS. And
you don't compare. You've been the little brother for years in the state of Pennsylvania. Stop it.
And y'all still losing to us.
Build a sports.
You still losing to us in the series.
Stop it. That subscribe button.
You satisfied with winning your division. You satisfied with beating the Cowboys who's going to self-destruct. You satisfied with beating the New York Giants. You're satisfied with beating the Washington Commanders. Stop.
Thumbs up.
Stop.
Like, bro, that's ridiculous, bro. Let's just go on to this trivia, bro.
Thumbs up.
Like, this is that's ridiculous, bro. I hope we see y'all in the Super Bowl this year too.
Podcast
so we can wreck you.
I love it. I love it.
Nick Saban would be ashamed. Ashamed. Stop.
Gang.
The Battle of Pennsylvania right here, boy. This is the Battle of Pennsylvania. Holy smoke. The Battle of Pennsylvania. Whoo, boy. We are overtime here, boy. You play championship to participate. You play to win championship, not participating trophy.
And that's coming from a dude that ain't been to the Super Bowl yet.
He
ain't satisfied with just getting to the AFC, to the divisional round.
You gotta calm down now, bro.
Oh, man.
There go the
Come
wife.
on.
There go the wife. There go the wife, Deuce.
Come on.
Oh boy.
Somebody
This
get
is
some ice.
this is why this is the hottest show in the YouTube sports community, ladies and gentlemen. This is why. This is what we do around here, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications, and follow us on Twitter. Well, X now. Yeah. This is what we do, baby. This is what we do. All right, Deuce. I hope you fired up some more, man. Because guess what? You up for trivia? Let's go.
I'm gonna say something.
Just say something at the end.
All right. Before we go further, you got something, D-Flop, before we go?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, don't Deuce got the title?
Deuce is the champ.
I was gonna warn Deuce, be ready and be aware.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie to you, D-Flock. Since I saw you in the screen, I got a little bit more worried, brother. I ain't gonna lie to you. That young brain, man. I'm worried about that young brain, bro.
Next time I'm on
let me hit my Seth Rollins.
And I should challenge him. It'll be like
Did I do that right, Mark?
You gotta be on for wrestling.
Sir, my name Bennett. I ain't in it. I'm chilling right now, man.
Oh man, you got to love these battles, baby. This is what Q. You better tell them tell them that's what we do, baby.
Hey man.
You know.
You do, buddy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, boy. This is how this show started. This is how it started.
Somebody put the extra cayenne pepper on the show today, bro.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Oh, darn right, sorry. All right, man. Oh boy. Woo! Fire.
Bomb.
We got NFL trivia here, man. NFL trivia. We got the champ, the Deuce, taking on Drew to the game in the NFC North Division rival here, man. Before I get started, man, Philly G, are you there? Are you breathing?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
All right, Philly G, who you got it? Well, no, man. I know you probably got Drew to the game now. You can't stand, dude.
I got Drew to mop this guy, man.
Who you got? Okay. GC, who you got?
Get in the ring and I'll let you do it.
What we got? Who we got, GC?
Oh, I got the Deuce is loose today.
The Deuce is loose.
That's what I'm going with.
All right. Mr. President.
I don't want no parts of that bus with the 36 painted on the front of it. I'm good. I'm out the way.
Oh man. Okay.
I got the terrible towel, the 6-time Super Bowl champion, Pittsburgh Steelers today.
Well, you know, Deuce done made a warpath, boy. This man saying that. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. All right. OG. Who you got?
Man, I got to go with Drew to the game. He got a little flop right there beside him, and father son tag team. So I know they got him flocking in the background. So hey, right. Yeah, I got to go with Drew to the game on this.
Okay, Drew to the game. Okay. Things got spicy last segment. I'm going with the fired up Deuce. It's going with the Deuce. All right, man.
Deuce, I'm gonna change hats because I'm wearing the wrong colors. Give me a second. You know what I'm saying?
It's TC. The flyest man in the land, by the way.
Change hats for you one time. What up the purple and black?
All right, here we go, man. 7 questions. Seven questions will be asked, man. Whoever had the most out of 7 will walk away with that illustrious NFL Trivia Championship belt. And today's theme is divisions. Since these guys are division rivals, it's all about the divisions today. All about the divisions. Deuce, you are the champion. You know how this goes. You go first, sir. Are you ready?
Let's get it.
Here we go. What division were the Seattle Seahawks in first before eventually being moved to the NFC West? Oh boy. think the host's going to be the NFL champion.
That's what it's feeling like after question one.
I know the dog. No,
I'm gonna go with the NFC North.
No. Due to the game.
Let's see. I believe that would be the NFC Central.
No.
They were in the
Bangs through Bosworth.
AFC West. They was in the AFC West first.
It's about to be rough.
Because I'm bringing the heat.
It's about to be rough.
I'm bringing the heat, baby. Mucho caliente. Here we go. Deuce, back on you, sir. Which team won? What team won? Sorry, I didn't put that right. What team won the AFC West in 2002, the first year with four divisions? The first year.
Is it the Raiders?
The Raiders it is.
Yeah, that's the only time the Raiders ever been good to me.
Hey, you better watch it.
The Deuce is loose.
Woo.
All right, Drew, to the game. Since its formation in 2002, which team has won the NFC South the most?
The NFC South.
Yes, sir.
Let's rock with the Bayou down there with the Saints.
Tie game. New Orleans Saints with the most NFC South division titles.
You know what we do down here in the Bayou, man. We win. That's what it is. By any means necessary.
I know you're coming with it. All right, now it's starting to get a little tougher. Here we go, Deuce. Here we go. What was the name of the AFC North before it became the AFC North in 2002?
I should probably know this, huh?
Yes, you should. Your Pittsburgh card has been revoked.
Yeah. We'll go with the AFC Central.
AFC Central it is. You have your license back. You have it back. All right. Drew to the game. What was the 2022 NFC South Division champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers record last year?
Was it 9-8?
No.
I think they were 7-9. 9. Oh, that's 17.
They won a division with 8 freaking games.
I forgot that.
Like the Cowboys in them past couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Everybody won that 8-8, 8-9.
I need to steal that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, Drew to the game. Oh, I messed up here. Okay. What team has the longest consecutive division title winning streak in NFL history?
Patriots.
The Patriots it is with 11. 11 straight. Oh, it's 2-2. Last question. Here we go. Deuce. How many division titles do the Detroit Lions have?
Can I phone a friend, Q Dog?
I know the dog know.
With a question like this, I'm gonna say 0.
No.
Okay.
Drew to the game for the win.
Come on, Drew.
Do the Detroit Lions have
free trivia, Drew?
Let's go with 1.
Can I answer it?
Sure.
But I'm gonna go like.
I thought you knew.
Nah, I don't guess.
Goddamn. 3.
That was my answer though.
Now I expected this. sudden death.
It's sudden death, baby.
Slugfest.
Okay.
Hey, look, Yeah, we got to see if we can beat that record.
Who is on?
I think it's back on Deuce.
It's on Deuce. All right, Deuce, here we go. How many Super Bowls have the AFC South produced since its birth in 2002?
The AFC South.
That's easy.
Two.
No. Due to the game for the win.
How many Super Bowls have the AFC South produced since its birth in 2002?
I don't know. Let's go with four.
Still in overtime. Just one. Indianapolis Colts. The Titans didn't win.
I gave the Titans
Everybody
one.
else in that division has not won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I gave the Titans one, knowing that they don't have none.
I don't know if they've been. All right, Deuce. What division produced the most Super Bowls?
You know this one.
I'm gonna jump out on the limb and say the AFC North.
No. Due to
No.
the game for the win. Shut up, Philly.
Come on, Drew. You know it.
Let's say the most division of Super Bowl wins. Let's say the NFC East.
Due to the game is a new champ.
Finish him!
I told you it was that young brain, bro.
The Cowboys with
The
5.
best division.
The Giants, the Eagles, and the Commanders.
Commanders.
They produced the most Super Bowl with 13. 13. Woo! What a show! What a show! Due to the game.
We are the North.
I'm back.
Congrats, Drew. Roll Tide, baby.
Have I ever had a game where it wasn't in overtime? Like, I can't. We gotta look that up.
Drew, you always
every time one of us young bucks get a hold of that title, here comes Drew to the game to ruin the reign. Every time,
Drew
bro.
always go
bro.
overtime, bro.
It's Drew and Q Dog, bro. Like
the old school, man.
Me and Q Dog.
The old school ain't got nothing to do with old school, Deuce. Ain't got nothing to do with old school.
Players and new school.
Down to the 504.
Because, Deuce, you of all people can't say that with the way that you gave Q a beat down on my birthday. I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, but then he came and took the title and became unanimous champ.
And then he lost. And then he lost to me. So
that's true.
It ain't no old school thing, bro. Us 97 babies got to stick together. You know what I'm saying? The standard is the standard, bro.
But Q, first of all, Q is the first undisputed champ, and he's a 3-time undisputed.
Back to the drawing board. We're gonna have to restart.
Crickets. Drew to the game. Drew to the game. You did it, man. You did it. Due to the game. You are the champ, sir. You are the champ 3 times, man. 3 times. 3 times. Once, twice, 3 times a lady. I don't know about that. That is Lionel.
3 times a lady.
3 times a lady. Due to the game, man. Is the dude.
What about that?
I got you.
Yeah.
Don't have to name one, but that is. Drew to the game. All right. Woo. Well, we are.
Congratulations,
super
Drew.
Over. Super over.
I appreciate you.
It's a good fight, bro.
Congratulations, Drew.
But Drew, you got to come on back and get that thing now.
I had some assistance.
Where the hanging that dudes?
I had a little assistance here. I got Philly G in the house that got my man ruffled here.
It was a handicap match from the beginning. It was 3-on-1.
You got him out his cool zone. I appreciate it. We're gonna have to run it back at some point.
Deuce. Drew to the game now. You got to come back and defend that title now.
Oh, I will. I'll be back.
Because you know now, if not.
Hey. No, we ain't gonna do that.
Hey.
If he's not on, D-Flock should be able to defend it for him.
D-Flock.
Bro, Mom, let me know.
Just saying.
Let me know whenever y'all got the rest of one. I'll really defend it. I'll really defend it.
You want to defend it?
I'll be in that shit. I really want to defend it. I know every single wrestler in and out.
All right, Drew.
Okay.
So,
It'll be Jimmy and Jay.
Okay.
Oh.
That means you gotta go against Q. I don't think you want to face the OG. The OG, man, he a little dangerous in trivia.
But OG not fair though, bro.
OG don't care how young he is, boy. You get it right.
He got a whole lot of knowledge, man. That's never fair, bro. I know that from experience.
Hey, iron sharpens iron. You don't run from the challenge. Like I said, I'm one of the little fish. Give me the big pond. I want all the competition.
Rockstar Rock.
Thanks, T-Rock. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, man. We're at the end of the show, man. That's it, man. That's our show for today, man. As always, and more always, we want to thank you guys for watching another episode, putting up on us, man. Watch another episode of the Real Sports Talk Show. One hell of a show today. But that's what we're all about, man. It's all about the debates. But we can do it in peace. Man. That's what it's all about, man. Remember, if you like this show today, man, hit that thumbs up. Man. You first timers. First time laying your eyes on that R2 brand. Hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that thumbs up for us. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications. OG, it's always a pleasure to have the legend himself right here. You roll, man. OG, what you got for us, OG? Talk to us, OG. What you got for us?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Internet.
Oh, I got something to say. Put me on.
Yeah, talk to me. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, I appreciate y'all tuning into the show today, and hope y'all out there staying cool in this extreme training camp heat, and look forward to the season as we're about to embark about another September the 10th or whatever, September the 8th, first game. 7th, the first game. And so we look forward to exciting to have y'all in here and just take this thing like we did last year. Congratulations to the game, and little flock with them, to help support them, and do, the gaming challenge, but you fail to the OGs. And when you come against the OGs, maybe you got to bow down. So we're gonna see if we can continue this streak going, and y'all be cool out there.
All right, baby. Yes, sir. First coming from the OG, man. Shout out, man. Shout out again, man, to Wall Street. Shout out to Wall Street, man. Our brother, Wall Street, in his absence, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Rockstar Rock in the live chat, man. Shout out to Miss Jones, Sojo. Everybody up in the live chat, man. Appreciate everybody in the live chat. Guys, before we go, man. Yes, sir.
Put my video for the fans out there, man.
I wish I could, but
you can't.
The right purpose.
Usher come looking at us for a check.
Yeah. Usher get me real quick. Well, I would definitely love to, bro. Usher will get me, bro. I cannot leave with our special guest today, man. The little fella, Lil Drew to the game, man. What's up, man?
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, man. Thank you for being on, brother. Thank you for being on, man. You had a good time?
Shout out to the Real 2 Sports Podcast and all y'all and all my family.
That's right, baby. Tell them the best podcast in the land, baby. Yes, sir. Oh, man. It's great. It's good to have the power of positivity back in the building due to the game. And, one more thing when I get out of here. Oh, boy. I must say this. I want to say happy anniversary to my wife.
Oh, happy anniversary.
man.
Happy anniversary, brother.
Happy anniversary, man.
Happy anniversary, bro.
Happy anniversary to my wife. She probably watching. Happy anniversary. She's down in Florida right now. Orlando, Florida. She's down there right now. But happy anniversary to my wife. 6 years. 6 years.
Nice.
6 down and forever to go.
That's it.
Yeah.
6 years. 6 years, man. All right, man, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get on up out of here. We got all right. I'm tripping. We will be right back here next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, man. We got supposed to talk about. Of course, we're gonna bring you some more NFL and NBA news, man. Unfortunately, we won't have NBA trivia because the champ, he will not be on the show next Tuesday, Rockstar Rock, but he will be back next Saturday. So, but still, man, the show goes on, man. We will have sports to talk about Tuesday live from YouTube, man, 7 p.m. 7 p.m., man, 7 p.m. So you guys mark your calendars, no pun intended. Mark. And we will be back. No, can't even talk today. Tuesday, 7 p.m., man. So you guys, man, hit that bell, turn that bell for all notifications, let you know when the Real Sports Podcast go live. And also, man, shout out to all 24 countries that's watching the show, man. Shout out to everybody, man. 24 countries that watch that, man. Shout out to everybody, man. So again, man, we're gonna get on that out of here. I got more hosting to do. I got more hosting to do. Lord have mercy, man. Mr. President.
Hey, bro, I pledge allegiance to the terrible towel and the standard for which it stands.
No doubt, man. I got the flyest man in the land.
Oh my God, man. You know I'm repping the foul the foe. You know what it is.
No doubt, baby. No doubt. Philadelphia's favorite son, GDG. No doubt, no doubt. Dashiki.
Dashiki with the chain, baby.
No doubt, baby. Chain. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. The Deuce. My man. My dad, the Deuce. The legend himself. The dog. The Q dog, my man. And also, man, the new champ. And his sidekick, D-Flop.
Roll Tide.
Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all were here with us today. We love and appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yes, sir, baby. Yes, sir. The power of positivity is in the building, man. Again, man, Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here on YouTube, man. We got sports to talk about, man. Till then, man, everybody, and I do mean everybody in the world, be safe, stay safe. We out.